What if life's storms could pass without disturbing your calm? What if the chaos around you lost its power to overwhelm, leaving your heart steady and your mind clear? These are not lofty dreams reserved for monks in distant mountains. They are real possibilities, grounded in timeless wisdom that teaches us how to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and strength. In every corner of the world, people seek a way to feel less shaken by criticism, challenges, or the unpredictable nature of existence. The world is noisy, full of opinions, setbacks, and distractions, pulling us in every direction. It's no wonder so many of us feel stretched thin, unsure how to shield ourselves from the turmoil. But there's a path, a tested and proven way to regain control, not over the world, but over how we experience it. This path doesn't involve running from problems or pretending they don't exist. It's not about toughening up or building walls around your heart. Instead, it's about cultivating a quiet strength within, a kind of peace so profound that nothing outside of you can disturb it. This is a peace that grows from understanding, practice, and the ability to let go of what doesn't serve you. The heart of this journey lies in learning to live from the inside out. In a world that constantly tells us to fix, change, or control external circumstances, this idea feels revolutionary. The truth is, the chaos isn't going anywhere. People will still criticize, situations will still challenge, and life will remain unpredictable. But what changes is how you show up in the face of it all. You begin to realize that your power doesn't lie in controlling everything. It lies in how you respond. There's a remarkable freedom in this understanding. You no longer need to carry the weight of every insult, every setback, or every unkind word. Instead, you can meet these moments with clarity and calm, like a vast ocean that remains steady even as waves crash on its surface. Many people spend their lives reacting to the world, chasing happiness, avoiding discomfort, and fighting battles they were never meant to fight. It's exhausting, and more often than not, it leads to frustration. But when you discover that your peace doesn't depend on external events, you unlock a new kind of freedom. You step into a life where you're no longer at the mercy of what others say or do, where setbacks become lessons, and where even the harshest challenges become opportunities to grow. This journey requires a shift in perspective. It's not about changing what happens to you, but changing how you experience it. It's about finding the strength to stay rooted when the winds of life try to uproot you. It's about recognizing that your worth, your happiness, and your inner stability don't depend on anyone else. They are yours to cultivate and protect. At the heart of this transformation are principles rooted in wisdom that has been passed down for centuries. These teachings are not abstract ideas, but practical tools to help you face life with courage, compassion, and clarity. They guide you in letting go of what doesn't serve you, embracing what is, and building a resilience that can weather any storm. Each principle you explore becomes a stepping stone to greater peace. The noise of the world begins to quiet. The weight of others' opinions starts to lift. Challenges that once felt insurmountable become manageable. You start to notice a profound shift in how you feel, think, and respond to life. This isn't about becoming emotionless or indifferent. It's about feeling deeply without being overwhelmed, about caring without being consumed. It's about learning that true strength comes from a quiet mind and an open heart. You might feel that this kind of peace is out of reach, that it's too late to change, or that the world is simply too chaotic to allow for calm. But here's the truth. the ability to find peace, even in the midst of life's storms, is within you. It always has been. It's not about waiting for the world to become peaceful. It's about discovering the peace already present within you. The beauty of this journey is that it's for everyone. You don't need to be perfect or have all the answers. You only need the willingness to start, to take a step, however small, toward a calmer and more centered life. With each step, the noise grows quieter and the path becomes clearer. There's no need to wait for the perfect moment to begin. The best time to cultivate this inner strength is now, in the middle of your messy, imperfect, beautiful life. Start where you are, with whatever challenges you're facing. Every moment holds the potential for growth, for learning, and for a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. This isn't a journey you take to escape life, but to embrace it fully. It's a way of living that allows you to experience joy more deeply, meet pain with compassion, and move through the world with a sense of purpose and ease. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, stuck, or at the mercy of life's unpredictability, take heart. There is a way forward, a way to transform your relationship with yourself, others, and the world. It's a path that doesn't ask you to be perfect, but invites you to be present, open, and willing to grow. This path isn't about achieving something external. It's about rediscovering what's already within you. The strength, the calm, and the clarity you seek are not somewhere out there. They're right here, waiting to be cultivated. So, take a deep breath. Let go of the need to control everything and embrace the possibility of a life that feels lighter, freer, and more peaceful. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need the courage to begin. Each step you take brings you closer to a life where nothing can shake your inner calm, a life filled with clarity, compassion, and unshakable peace. This journey is yours to take, and it begins now. The path to inner peace begins with releasing the grip we hold on the things we cannot control. It is a quiet revolution within, a choice to step out of the cycle of attachment and into a place of freedom. Letting go is not about indifference or giving up. It's about finding the wisdom to hold life's uncertainties with an open hand. The tension we feel so often in life doesn't come from the world itself. It arises from our resistance to it. This resistance is where suffering takes root, and letting go is how we begin to uproot it. Attachment often disguises itself as love, ambition, or responsibility. We hold tightly to outcomes, relationships, possessions, and identities, thinking they define us. But clinging is not the same as cherishing. Holding on too tightly can turn something beautiful into a source of pain. The power of letting go lies in freeing yourself from this self-imposed suffering while still appreciating and valuing the things that truly matter. Letting go begins with awareness. Many people don't even realize they're clinging to expectations or outcomes until life doesn't go as planned. The frustration, anger, or sadness that follows isn't caused by the situation itself, but by the gap between expectation and reality. Recognizing this gap is the first step to freedom. It allows you to see that much of your pain comes not from life's unpredictability, but from your refusal to let life be as it is. Acceptance is a cornerstone of letting go. Acceptance does not mean approval. It doesn't mean you stop striving for a better future or ignore injustices. It simply means you acknowledge reality without unnecessary resistance. For example, when a relationship ends, holding on to the idea that it should have worked out only prolongs the heartache. Acceptance allows you to grieve, heal, and eventually move forward. It gives you the strength to carry on without being weighed down by the chains of what could have been. Control is another illusion that keeps us stuck. We spend so much energy trying to control situations, people, and outcomes that we forget how little control we truly have. Letting go involves embracing the truth that control is limited. You cannot control what others think of you, nor can you guarantee that your plans will always succeed. What you can control is your response. Shifting your focus from controlling the uncontrollable to mastering your inner world is one of the most liberating changes you can make. The power of letting go also lies in trust. Trusting the process of life doesn't mean passively resigning yourself to whatever happens. It means having faith that you can handle whatever comes your way. This trust allows you to loosen your grip and stop living in constant fear of losing what you have or failing to achieve what you want. It creates space for growth and adaptability. When you trust life, you open yourself to new opportunities that you might have missed if you were too busy clinging to old ones. One of the hardest things to let go of is resentment. Holding on to anger or bitterness towards someone who has wronged you can feel justified, but it ultimately harms you more than anyone else. Letting go of resentment doesn't mean excusing the other person's behavior. It means releasing yourself from the burden of carrying that anger. Forgiveness is not a gift to the person who hurt you. It's a gift to yourself. When you let go of resentment, you reclaim your peace. Fear is another powerful force that keeps us from letting go. We fear the unknown, loss, and change. But fear only grows when we resist it. By leaning into fear, by sitting with it and exploring its roots, you begin to understand that much of it is unfounded. Fear loses its power when faced with curiosity and compassion. Letting go of fear is not about becoming fearless. It's about learning to move forward despite it. Letting go also requires relinquishing attachment to identity. Many people define themselves by their achievements, possessions, or roles. While these things can enrich life, they are not who you are. Clinging to them creates a fragile sense of self that crumbles when circumstances change. True freedom comes from knowing that your worth is not tied to external markers. You are not your job, your status, or your possessions. You are something deeper and more enduring. Expectations are another subtle form of attachment that often goes unnoticed. We set expectations for how others should behave, how situations should unfold, and how our lives should look. When reality doesn't match these expectations, disappointment sets in. Letting go means replacing rigid expectations with intentions and openness. It's the difference between saying, "This must happen," and "I hope this happens, but I'll be okay if it doesn't." This shift creates space for joy and gratitude, even when things don't go as planned. Detachment doesn't mean disengagement. It's not about becoming cold or indifferent. Detachment is about engaging fully with life while remaining free from the need to control it. It's about caring deeply without becoming entangled. For example, you can love someone without trying to control them. You can work hard without tying your self-worth to the results. This kind of detachment allows you to experience life more fully because you're not constantly bracing for disappointment. Another critical aspect of letting go is learning to live in the present moment. Much of our attachment comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. When you focus on the now, you free yourself from these mental chains. The present moment is the only place where life happens. It's where joy resides, where peace can be found, and where you have the power to act. Gratitude is a powerful practice that supports letting go. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, the grip of attachment loosens. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that even in difficult times, there is something to appreciate. This practice doesn't just make you feel good, it changes how you relate to the world. It creates a sense of contentment that makes letting go easier. Relationships provide some of the most challenging opportunities to practice letting go, whether it's letting go of someone who's hurt you, releasing control over a loved one's choices, or navigating the complexities of loss. Relationships test our ability to detach. Love, in its purest form, is free of attachment. It's not about possessing or controlling another person. It's about appreciating and supporting them as they are. When you let go of unhealthy attachment, your relationships become more authentic and fulfilling. Letting go also applies to your relationship with yourself. Self-compassion is key here. Many people hold on to guilt, shame, or regret long after they've served their purpose. Letting go of these burdens doesn't mean ignoring your mistakes. It means learning from them and moving forward. Beating yourself up for the past doesn't change it. It only keeps you stuck. Letting go of self-judgment allows you to grow and thrive. The journey of letting go is ongoing. It's not something you do once and then forget about. Life will continue to present situations that challenge your ability to release attachment. But each time you let go, you strengthen your capacity for peace. It becomes easier to trust, accept, and flow with life. And with each step, you move closer to a state where nothing can disturb your inner calm. This practice is not about becoming perfect or reaching a destination. It's about progress, about taking small steps toward a lighter, freer way of living. Letting go is not a loss. It's a gain. It's the gain of peace, freedom, and a deeper connection to yourself and the world. When you let go, you don't lose control, you gain it. You gain control over your inner world, the only place where true peace resides. Letting go creates the foundation for peace. But what happens when life seems determined to test that foundation? Chaos, conflict, and unexpected challenges have a way of creeping in, threatening the calm you work so hard to cultivate. Yet, amid the noise and turbulence, there is a path to steady the heart and quiet the mind. It's not about avoiding the chaos, but learning to navigate it with a sense of balance that nothing can shake. Inner peace is not an escape from life, but a way of living fully within it, untroubled by its storms. Inner peace begins with awareness, an intimate understanding of how your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings affect you. Life's chaos often feels overwhelming because we react to it unconsciously, swept away by its currents without recognizing our role in fueling the turbulence. Awareness is like a flashlight in the dark, illuminating the roots of distress. The first step is noticing how often you resist reality. Resistance creates inattention, whether it's fighting against an inconvenience, clinging to a past hurt, or refusing to accept a current challenge. By noticing these reactions, you begin to loosen their grip. Mindfulness is a powerful ally in this journey. Being mindful means being fully present in each moment without judgment. When you focus on the now, you free yourself from the weight of regrets about the past and worries about the future. This simple practice transforms your relationship with the world around you. The noise fades as you redirect your attention to what is directly before you: your breath, a conversation, or the feel of the ground beneath your feet. Peace lives in the present, and mindfulness opens the door to it. Creating space in your day for stillness is essential. Life's chaos thrives on busyness, an endless cycle of doing, rushing, and reacting. Stillness interrupts this cycle. It doesn't have to mean hours of meditation or a retreat from daily life. Even a few minutes of quiet reflection can restore balance. Sit in silence, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Let thoughts come and go without attachment. This practice grounds you, creating a sense of calm that extends into the rest of your day. Cultivating peace also requires setting boundaries. Chaos often comes from letting external demands and distractions dictate your life. Saying no to what doesn't align with your values is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation. Boundaries protect your energy and create the space needed to nurture your inner calm. Whether it's limiting time with negative influences, reducing screen time, or protecting moments of solitude, boundaries are a shield against chaos. Acceptance is another pillar of inner peace. Chaos often feels unbearable because we resist what is happening, wishing things were different. This resistance magnifies the stress and anxiety we feel. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or ignoring problems. It means meeting life where it is. When you accept a situation, you free yourself from the mental struggle against it. This clarity allows you to respond with intention rather than react out of frustration. Gratitude transforms how you experience life's chaos. It shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, grounding you in a sense of abundance. Chaos may swirl around you, but gratitude anchors you to the good that still exists. Start each day by acknowledging one thing you're thankful for. Let this practice become a habit, a lens through which you view the world. Gratitude doesn't eliminate challenges, but it reframes them, making it easier to meet them with peace. Another key to cultivating peace is simplifying your life. Complexity creates unnecessary stress, and simplicity is its antidote. Look at your commitments, possessions, and habits. Are they adding value to your life, or are they sources of chaos? Let go of what no longer serves you. A simpler life is not about deprivation, it's about clarity. It allows you to focus on what truly matters, reducing the noise that disrupts your peace. Your environment plays a significant role in your ability to maintain calm. Surroundings filled with clutter or negativity amplify stress. Creating a peaceful environment, whether it's a tidy workspace, a calming corner for reflection, or a supportive community, supports your inner calm. Nature, in particular, is a powerful balm. Spending time outdoors reconnects you to life's rhythms, grounding you in a sense of harmony that counters chaos. Compassion is a transformative practice for inner peace. When you approach the world with kindness, you soften the edges of conflict and tension. Compassion isn't just for others, it's for yourself too. Speak to yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend. Self-compassion is not indulgent, it's essential. It quiets the inner critic and allows you to approach life's challenges with resilience. Learning to respond rather than react is a skill that cultivates peace. Reactions are impulsive, driven by emotion, and often fueled by chaos. Responses, on the other hand, are thoughtful and measured. When faced with a challenging situation, pause. Take a deep breath before speaking or acting. This simple act creates a gap between the stimulus and your response, giving you the clarity to choose peace over conflict. A regular meditation practice strengthens your ability to remain calm in the face of chaos. Meditation trains the mind to focus, quiet, and reset. It's a practice of coming back to the present again and again. Over time, it creates a sense of spaciousness in your thoughts, reducing the tendency to be overwhelmed by external events. Meditation doesn't require perfection. It only asks for consistency. Even a few minutes a day can create profound changes. Letting go of the need to control everything is vital for peace. Control is an illusion, and clinging to it only creates frustration. Trusting life's process, acknowledging that you can't control everything but can adapt to anything, brings a profound sense of relief. This trust doesn't mean passivity. It means focusing on what you can influence and releasing what you can't. Physical health supports inner peace. A well-nourished body and a rested mind are more resilient to chaos. Exercise, sleep, and a balanced diet are not just about physical well-being. They influence your mental and emotional state. Movement, in particular, releases tension and stress, clearing the way for calm. A simple walk, yoga, or stretching can create a shift that ripples through your day. Community is another powerful source of peace. Surrounding yourself with supportive and understanding people creates a sense of safety and belonging. Positive relationships buffer against life's challenges, reminding you that you're not alone. Choose connections that uplift you and be mindful of the energy you allow into your life. Learning to see challenges as opportunities for growth changes your perspective. Chaos becomes less intimidating when you view it as a teacher. Each difficulty holds a lesson, whether it's about patience, resilience, or letting go. When you approach challenges with curiosity rather than resistance, they lose their power to disrupt your peace. Silence is a profound tool for cultivating calm. In a world filled with noise, silence is an act of rebellion. It allows you to reconnect with yourself, hear your thoughts, and process emotions without external interference. Make time for moments of quiet in your day, whether it's a walk without headphones or simply sitting in stillness. Silence isn't empty, it's full of clarity. Inner peace is strengthened by practicing forgiveness. Holding on to grudges or resentment only fuels chaos within. Forgiveness is not about condoning behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of anger. When you forgive, you release the past's hold on your present, creating space for peace. Your mindset shapes your ability to cultivate calm. A growth mindset, believing that you can learn and adapt, makes challenges feel surmountable. It shifts your focus from obstacles to possibilities, reducing the anxiety that comes with uncertainty. Cultivating this mindset requires practice, but its impact is transformative. Faith in your ability to handle whatever comes your way is the final ingredient. Peace doesn't come from a perfect life, but from trust in yourself. When you believe in your resilience, chaos loses its power to unsettle you. This faith is built through experience, self-compassion, and the willingness to keep moving forward, even when the path feels unclear. Inner peace is not a destination, it's a practice. Each moment offers an opportunity to choose calm over chaos, clarity over confusion, and trust over fear. With every choice, you strengthen the foundation of peace, creating a life where the world's noise fades and your heart remains steady. The ability to find calm in chaos is a profound skill, but what about when chaos takes the shape of words? When someone hurls insults or criticism, it's tempting to react defensively or with anger. These moments can feel like personal attacks, but what if they were opportunities instead? The sting of harsh words often masks a deeper lesson about compassion, understanding, and resilience. Transforming insults into tools for growth doesn't just protect your peace, it strengthens it. When someone insults you, Their words are often reflections of their inner turmoil rather than an accurate representation of you. Insults arise from anger, frustration, insecurity, or misunderstanding, and they are frequently projections of the speaker's emotional state. Understanding this shifts your perspective from feeling attacked to seeing the situation for what it is, an expression of their struggle. Recognizing this doesn't mean you condone their behavior, but it allows you to respond with clarity rather than being swept up in emotion. Compassion is a powerful response to insults. When someone speaks out of anger or frustration, responding with kindness is disarming. It breaks the cycle of negativity and de-escalates the situation. This doesn't mean you need to accept mistreatment or allow yourself to be a target for abuse. Compassion can coexist with boundaries. You can say, "I understand you're upset," without accepting disrespect. This approach not only preserves your peace, but also invites the other person to reflect on their behavior. The practice of self-awareness is crucial when dealing with insults. When harsh words are directed at you, they can trigger an immediate reaction rooted in ego. The ego wants to defend itself, to strike back, to prove the other person wrong. But reacting in this way often fuels the conflict rather than resolving it. Self-awareness helps you pause and observe your emotions without being controlled by them. It allows you to respond intentionally rather than react impulsively. Viewing insults as opportunities for growth requires shifting from a mindset of personal offense to one of curiosity. Instead of asking, "Why are they attacking me?" consider, "What is this teaching me about myself?" Criticism, even when poorly delivered, can reveal blind spots or areas for improvement. While it's important to discern between constructive feedback and baseless insults, there is often value hidden even in unpleasant words. The key is to approach them with an open mind rather than defensiveness. Learning to depersonalize insults is a skill that strengthens emotional resilience. Not everything said to you is about you. People often speak from their own pain or perspective, which may have little to do with your reality. By understanding this, you can create emotional distance between their words and your sense of self. This distance allows you to respond with wisdom rather than letting their negativity take root in your mind. Forgiveness is another essential tool in transforming insults. Holding on to anger or resentment over someone's words only prolongs the hurt. Forgiveness doesn't excuse their behavior, but it frees you from carrying the emotional burden of their actions. It's an act of self-liberation, a way to reclaim your peace and move forward without the weight of unresolved conflict. Silence can be a powerful response to insults. Not every comment requires a reaction. Responding to negativity with silence is not weakness, it's strength. It shows that you value your peace more than the need to defend your ego. Silence creates space for reflection and can often speak louder than words. It sends a clear message that you are not engaging in negativity. Turning insults into opportunities for compassion begins with empathy. Asking yourself, "What might this person be going through?" shifts the focus from your own hurt to their humanity. This doesn't mean you ignore the impact of their words, but it allows you to see beyond the surface. Empathy builds bridges in moments where conflict could easily create walls. One way to diffuse the power of insults is by maintaining a sense of humor. Humor can transform a tense situation into one of lightness and connection. When appropriate, responding to an insult with a witty or self-deprecating remark can show that you are not easily shaken. It also demonstrates emotional intelligence and the ability to rise above negativity. However, humor should never be used to belittle or mock the other person. It should aim to diffuse tension, not add to it. Practicing gratitude during moments of criticism may seem counterintuitive, but it can be transformative. Gratitude shifts your focus from the negativity of the insult to the opportunity for growth it presents. Being thankful for the chance to practice patience, self-control, or compassion reframes the experience. This doesn't mean you need to enjoy being insulted, but it allows you to find value in the situation. Developing thick skin is not about becoming unfeeling, but about building emotional strength. Thick skin allows you to remain unshaken by external negativity while still maintaining your sensitivity and kindness. It's about recognizing that your worth is not determined by others' opinions. When you cultivate this inner strength, insults lose their power to disrupt your peace. Communication skills play a vital role in transforming insults. Responding with calm, measured words shows maturity and self-control. Saying something like, "I hear your concerns, but I don't think this is a productive way to address them," sets a boundary while maintaining respect. Clear communication can de-escalate conflict and demonstrate that you are open to dialogue, but not to disrespect. Taking a moment to breathe deeply when faced with harsh words can prevent an emotional reaction. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calming your body and mind. This simple act creates a pause that allows you to choose your response consciously. It's a small but powerful tool for maintaining peace in the face of conflict. Engaging in reflective practices, such as journaling, can help you process the emotions stirred by insults. Writing about your experience allows you to explore your feelings, identify triggers, and gain clarity on the situation. Reflection helps you separate your emotions from the event, giving you the insight needed to respond wisely in the future. Learning to set boundaries is essential when dealing with recurring negativity. While compassion and understanding are vital, they should not come at the expense of your well-being. Setting boundaries might mean walking away from a toxic conversation or clearly stating that certain behavior is unacceptable. Boundaries are acts of self-respect and are crucial for preserving your peace. Transforming insults also involves practicing self-compassion. When faced with criticism, it's easy to internalize negative words and doubt yourself. Self-compassion reminds you that you are human, deserving of kindness, even when others fail to offer it. Speaking to yourself with understanding and care counters the impact of harsh words, reinforcing your sense of worth. Seeking lessons in every interaction, even unpleasant ones, builds emotional intelligence. Each insult or criticism teaches you something about others, about communication, and about yourself. Approaching these moments with curiosity rather than defensiveness allows you to grow from them rather than being diminished by them. Letting go of the need to always be right is another way to transform conflict. The desire to prove a point often escalates tension, whereas letting go of the argument creates space for resolution. Recognizing that your value isn't tied to being right allows you to prioritize peace over pride. In the end, transforming insults is about reclaiming your power. It's about choosing how you respond rather than letting others dictate your emotional state. This is not about suppressing your feelings or tolerating disrespect, but about rising above negativity to preserve your inner calm. Each insult becomes an opportunity to practice resilience, compassion, and growth, qualities that strengthen you far more than any harsh word could ever hurt. Through these practices, you turn moments of conflict into stepping stones on the path to lasting peace. When insults are transformed into opportunities for growth, they lose their sting. But what about the subtle negativity that ripples through daily life? The quiet criticisms, the passive-aggressive remarks, or the unspoken tension that fills the air? These forms of negativity, though less direct, can disrupt your peace just as much as overt hostility. Responding to such moments with calm is not only a shield for your well-being, it's a way to influence the environment around you for the better. Your response to negativity has a ripple effect, touching lives beyond the immediate moment. The question is, will your ripple spread calm or chaos? Negativity is often a reflection of the struggles others carry. A snide comment, a dismissive tone, or a hostile attitude may have little to do with you and everything to do with the person expressing it. When you recognize this, you can approach negativity with empathy instead of defensiveness. This shift in perspective allows you to see the person, not just their behavior. It helps you understand that their negativity is likely a projection of their own pain, frustration, or insecurity. Responding to negativity begins with pausing. Reacting impulsively often escalates the situation, while a brief pause gives you the space to assess and respond wisely. During this pause, take a deep breath. Deep breathing calms the nervous system, grounding you and preventing an emotional reaction. This simple act of mindfulness creates a gap between the negativity and your response, allowing you to choose a course of action that aligns with your values. Empathy is a powerful tool for disarming negativity. When someone lashes out, consider what might be driving their behavior. Are they stressed, overwhelmed, or feeling unheard? This doesn't excuse negativity, but it offers a path to respond with kindness rather than anger. A calm response, such as asking, "Is everything okay?" can shift the dynamic. It shows that you're not meeting hostility with hostility, but with understanding, which often diffuses tension. Maintaining neutrality is another effective strategy. Negativity thrives on reaction. It seeks to pull you into its orbit. By remaining neutral, you deny it the power to affect you. Neutrality doesn't mean indifference. It means holding your ground without becoming emotionally entangled. This might look like calmly acknowledging someone's frustration without internalizing it, or redirecting a heated conversation to a more constructive tone. Setting boundaries is essential when dealing with persistent negativity. While empathy and understanding are important, they should not come at the cost of your mental well-being. Boundaries communicate what is and isn't acceptable in your interactions. For instance, if someone consistently speaks to you in a demeaning way, it's okay to say, "I'm happy to continue this conversation, but I need us to keep it respectful." Boundaries are not barriers, they're tools for healthy relationships. The way you carry yourself in the face of negativity sets the tone for others. When you respond calmly to tension, you create an atmosphere of stability that others can lean on. Your calmness becomes a mirror, reflecting a different way to handle conflict. Over time, this ripple effect can transform not only the interaction, but the larger dynamic of your relationships. Self-awareness plays a crucial role in responding to negativity. It's important to recognize how your own triggers influence your reactions. For example, if criticism makes you defensive, understanding this tendency helps you respond more constructively. Instead of reacting to the trigger, you can choose to address the content of the criticism, or let it go if it's unwarranted. Listening is a skill that turns negativity into an opportunity for connection. Often, negativity stems from feeling unheard or misunderstood. By actively listening, without interrupting, judging, or planning your response, You demonstrate respect and care. This doesn't mean you agree with the negativity, but it shows that you're willing to understand the other person's perspective. Sometimes, simply being heard can dissolve tension. Gratitude is a surprising antidote to negativity. While it may seem unrelated, focusing on what you're thankful for shifts your mindset away from the negative energy. Gratitude creates a buffer, reminding you of the abundance in your life and reducing the emotional impact of a negative encounter. It's a way of protecting your peace while staying grounded in positivity. Humor can be a gentle way to defuse negativity. A light-hearted comment or a kind smile can change the tone of an interaction without dismissing the other person's feelings. Humor, when used respectfully, demonstrates that you're not taking the negativity personally and that you're willing to meet conflict with ease rather than resistance. Taking responsibility for your part in an interaction is another way to maintain calm. If a situation escalates, reflect on whether your words or actions contributed to the tension. Owning your part doesn't mean taking blame for things that aren't your fault. It means being honest about your role and striving to do better. This accountability not only models maturity, but also encourages others to reflect on their behavior. Silence is a strategy often underestimated in its power. Not every negative comment needs a response. Silence can be a form of non-engagement that prevents escalation. It allows you to step back, assess the situation, and decide whether engaging is even necessary. Silence is not avoidance. It's a deliberate choice to prioritize your peace over unnecessary conflict. Redirecting negativity toward a solution-focused approach changes the narrative of the interaction. Instead of dwelling on the problem, ask, "What can we do to make this better?" This shift encourages collaboration and reduces the emotional charge of the conversation. It turns conflict into an opportunity for teamwork, fostering a sense of shared purpose. Focusing on your breathing during a negative interaction helps you stay centered. Slow, deliberate breaths send a signal to your body that you're safe, even in the midst of tension. This physiological response calms your heart rate and prevents stress from taking over. Breathing is a simple yet powerful tool to remain composed. Adopting a long-term perspective on negativity helps put situations into context. Most moments of tension are fleeting and will matter little in the grand scheme of your life. By reminding yourself of this, you reduce the emotional intensity of the moment. This perspective doesn't trivialize the situation, but keeps it in proportion, preventing it from overwhelming you. The ability to detach from the emotional charge of negativity is a skill worth cultivating. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop absorbing others' emotions as your own. By viewing the situation objectively, you can respond with clarity rather than being swept up in the drama. Inner peace acts as a ripple effect, influencing not only your life, but the lives of those around you. When you meet negativity with calm, you model an alternative way of handling conflict. Your example inspires others to consider their own reactions and fosters an environment where peace can thrive. Trusting in your ability to handle negativity builds resilience. This trust doesn't come from avoiding difficult situations, but from facing them and learning through experience. Each time you respond to negativity with calm, you strengthen your confidence in your ability to maintain peace. The energy you bring to an interaction shapes its outcome. By consciously choosing to bring kindness, understanding, and composure, you influence the tone of the exchange. Your energy acts as a stabilizing force, creating a ripple effect that can transform negativity into connection. Letting go of the need to win an argument or prove a point allows you to focus on what truly matters, maintaining your peace. Winning in the traditional sense often comes at the cost of harmony, but choosing calm over conflict is a victory of a different kind. Responding to negativity without losing your calm is a practice, not a one-time achievement. It requires patience, self-reflection, and a commitment to growth. With each interaction, you learn more about yourself and the world around you. This practice doesn't just protect your peace, it deepens it, creating ripples of calm that extend far beyond the immediate moment. Negativity's ripple can be turned into calm, but what about the deeper currents of life's challenges? The unexpected obstacles, losses and disappointments that seem to knock us off course. These moments often feel like setbacks, but within them lies a profound opportunity. Life's challenges, no matter how difficult, carry lessons that can transform us. Every experience, no matter how painful or frustrating, has the potential to teach us something valuable. If we're willing to see them as teachers, the very challenges that test us can also guide us toward growth, resilience, and deeper understanding. Challenges reveal our inner strength in ways comfort never can. When life flows smoothly, it's easy to feel capable, confident, and in control. But when difficulties arise, they force us to tap into reserves of courage and creativity we might not have realized we had. Challenges act as mirrors, reflecting both our strengths and areas for growth. For example, when faced with a demanding situation, you might discover a resourcefulness or determination that surprises you. At the same time, you might notice tendencies like impatience or self-doubt that need attention. These moments of self-revelation are powerful because they show us who we truly are and who we have the potential to become. Adversity fosters resilience. Resilience is not just the ability to endure hardships, but to adapt and grow because of them. Like a tree that grows stronger roots during a storm, each challenge builds your capacity to face the next with greater ease. This doesn't mean hardships become less difficult, but your ability to navigate them improves. Resilience is cultivated through reflection. After facing a challenge, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? The lessons may not be immediately clear, but over time, patterns emerge, showing how each difficulty has shaped you. Life's challenges often expose the limits of our control. This realization can be unsettling, but it's also liberating. When you stop resisting what you cannot change, you conserve energy for what you can influence. For instance, losing a job may feel like a door slamming shut, but it can also prompt you to reevaluate your goals, develop new skills, or explore paths you hadn't considered. The loss doesn't define you. Your response does. Challenges teach you that while you can't control everything, you can always choose how to respond. Adopting a mindset of curiosity turns challenges into opportunities for discovery. Instead of viewing difficulties as obstacles, consider them as puzzles to be solved. This approach shifts your focus from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What can I learn from this?" Curiosity opens the door to creative solutions and reduces the emotional weight of the challenge. For example, a strained relationship might lead you to explore better communication methods or deepen your understanding of empathy. Every person you encounter, especially in challenging situations, can teach you something. The difficult co-worker, the impatient stranger, or the critical family member all offer lessons in patience, understanding, or boundary setting. It's not about excusing bad behavior, but recognizing that each interaction holds a mirror to your reactions and responses. These moments invite you to practice self-awareness, asking yourself, what is this person teaching me about myself? Failure, often viewed as the ultimate setback, is one of life's greatest teachers. Failure strips away illusions, forcing you to confront reality and adjust your approach. It teaches humility, resilience, and the value of persistence. Many of the world's most successful individuals credit their failures as pivotal moments in their journeys. When you stop fearing failure and start embracing it as part of the learning process, you unlock a deeper sense of freedom and possibility. Challenges also teach the importance of flexibility. Rigidity in the face of difficulty often leads to frustration and burnout, while adaptability allows you to flow with life's changes. Flexibility doesn't mean giving up. It means finding new ways to achieve your goals when the old ways no longer work. For example, if a career path becomes unsustainable, flexibility allows you to pivot rather than feel defeated. Gratitude in the face of challenges may seem counterintuitive, but it's transformative. Being grateful for the lessons within a hardship doesn't mean you're glad it happened. It means you recognize its value in shaping you. Gratitude shifts your perspective from focusing solely on the pain to appreciating the growth it inspires. This practice doesn't eliminate the difficulty, but helps you find meaning within it. Challenges teach us to let go of attachment to specific outcomes. When life doesn't go as planned, it's easy to feel disheartened. But often, what feels like a detour is leading you to something better. Letting go of rigid expectations allows you to embrace the possibilities that arise from unexpected changes. For example, a relationship ending might pave the way for deeper self-discovery or a more aligned partnership in the future. Inner strength is cultivated through enduring hardships. Each time you face and overcome a challenge, you prove to yourself that you are capable. This self-trust becomes a foundation for future resilience. It's not about never feeling fear or doubt, but about moving forward despite them. Inner strength is quiet and steady, built over time through the trials you face. Community and connection often deepen during challenging times. Hardships remind us of our shared humanity and the importance of supporting one another. Reaching out for help or offering it to others during difficult moments creates bonds that can last a lifetime. Challenges teach us that we are not meant to navigate life alone, and that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Perspective is another invaluable lesson from challenges. Difficulties often force you to reassess your priorities and values. They remind you of what truly matters and help you let go of what doesn't. For instance, a health scare might prompt you to focus more on self-care and less on external validation. These moments of clarity are gifts that realign you with your deeper purpose. Spiritual growth often arises from life's challenges. Difficulties have a way of stripping away superficial concerns and bringing you closer to your core. They invite you to explore questions about meaning, purpose, and connection. This growth doesn't require adherence to a specific belief system. It's about deepening your understanding of yourself and your place in the world. Challenges highlight the power of choice. Even when faced with difficult circumstances, you always have a choice in how you respond. This realization is empowering, as it shifts your focus from what's happening to what you can do about it. Each choice, no matter how small, becomes a step toward reclaiming your agency and shaping your path. Patience is another lesson woven into life's challenges. Difficulties often take time to resolve, and impatience only adds to the stress. Patience doesn't mean passivity. It means allowing things to unfold in their own time while continuing to take thoughtful action. Patience teaches you to trust the process and to appreciate progress, even when it feels slow. Self-compassion is crucial when navigating challenges. It's easy to be hard on yourself during difficult times, but this only adds to the burden. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding creates the space to heal and grow. Self-compassion isn't about avoiding accountability. It's about acknowledging your humanity and supporting yourself through the process. Humility is another gift of life's challenges. Difficulties remind us that we don't have all the answers and that it's okay to seek guidance or admit when we're struggling. Humility opens the door to learning and growth, fostering a sense of openness and curiosity. Each challenge you face becomes part of your story. Over time, the difficulties that once felt insurmountable become chapters in a narrative of strength, resilience, and transformation. This perspective helps you see challenges not as interruptions to your life, but as integral parts of your journey. Ultimately, life's challenges teach us to live fully. They remind us of our capacity for growth, connection, and resilience. Each difficulty is an invitation to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. By embracing challenges as teachers, we turn adversity into an opportunity for profound transformation. Through this lens, every moment, no matter how tough, becomes a stepping stone toward becoming the person we're meant to be. The lessons we learn from life's challenges shape us, but one of the most insidious obstacles often arises quietly within our own hearts: envy. This silent disruptor can eat away at contentment, leaving us bitter and disconnected from our potential. Yet envy, when approached with wisdom, holds a key to transformation. What if, instead of resenting others' success, you used it as a guide for your own growth? What if the achievements of others could inspire rather than discourage? Breaking free from envy isn't just about finding peace. It's about unlocking a path to your own greatness. Envy often stems from comparison. We look at others' achievements, possessions, or relationships and measure them against our own lives. The problem is that this comparison is rarely fair. We see the highlight reel of someone else's journey, but compare it to our own struggles and imperfections. Recognizing this distorted perspective is the first step in dismantling envy. No one's life is without challenges, and what you envy in others may come with sacrifices or difficulties you don't see. Shifting your focus from comparison to understanding changes the narrative and softens envy's grip. Turning envy into admiration reframes how you view success. When you feel envy creeping in, pause and consider what specifically you admire about the person. Is it their dedication, creativity, or confidence? By identifying these qualities, you can shift from resenting their success to respecting the traits that led them there. This not only reduces envy, but also provides a roadmap for your own growth. Admiration opens the door to emulation, showing you what's possible when certain qualities are nurtured. Self-awareness plays a vital role in breaking free from envy. Often, envy highlights areas where we feel insecure or unfulfilled. Instead of viewing envy as a flaw, see it as a signal. Ask yourself, what does this feeling reveal about my desires or goals? If you envy someone's career success, it might point to a desire to advance in your own field. If you envy someone's confidence, it could reflect a longing to feel more self-assured. Understanding these underlying desires allows you to address them constructively. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to envy. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, envy loses its power. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, reminding you of the unique blessings in your own life. This doesn't mean you stop striving for more, but it anchors your ambition in appreciation rather than resentment. Practicing gratitude regularly creates a mindset that naturally resists envy, as you begin to see others' success as an addition to the world rather than a subtraction from your own. The concept of abundance is key to overcoming envy. Envy thrives on the belief that success is a limited resource, that someone else's gain is your loss. But in reality, the world is full of opportunities. One person's success doesn't diminish your own potential. It simply highlights what is possible. When you embrace an abundance mindset, you celebrate others' achievements as evidence of what can be achieved, rather than as threats to your own success. Focusing on your unique strengths shifts attention away from envy. Each person has their own path, shaped by individual talents, passions, and circumstances. By investing in your own growth and celebrating your individuality, you create a sense of fulfillment that envy cannot disrupt. Success is not a one-size-fits-all journey, and recognizing this allows you to honor your own progress without feeling diminished by others. Mentorship is a powerful way to channel envy into growth. If you admire someone's achievements, consider learning from them. Many people are willing to share their experiences and insights, offering guidance that can help you achieve your own goals. Reaching out for mentorship not only provides practical advice, but also transforms feelings of envy into a collaborative and positive connection. Fostering a mindset of collaboration over competition reduces envy. When you see others as allies rather than rivals, you open yourself to opportunities for mutual growth. Collaboration allows you to learn from others' strengths while contributing your own. This mindset creates a supportive environment where success is shared and celebrated rather than envied. Self-compassion is essential when addressing envy. It's natural to feel envious at times, but beating yourself up over it only deepens the cycle of negativity. Instead, approach yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge the feeling without judgment and use it as an opportunity for reflection and growth. Self-compassion creates the emotional safety needed to explore and transform envy. Setting clear goals for yourself reduces the tendency to compare. When you have a clear sense of your own purpose and direction, others' achievements feel less threatening. Goal setting provides a focus that keeps your attention on your own journey, rather than being distracted by external benchmarks. These goals don't have to be grand, they just need to align with what truly matters to you. Mindfulness helps you stay present, reducing the power of envy. Envy often arises from dwelling on what others have or what you feel you lack. By staying grounded in the present moment, you redirect your energy toward what you can control. Mindfulness encourages you to engage fully with your own life, appreciating its richness rather than longing for someone else's. Redefining success is another way to free yourself from envy. Society often equates success with wealth, fame, or status, but these definitions don't resonate with everyone. Take time to define success on your own terms. For some, it might mean cultivating meaningful relationships. For others, it could mean pursuing a creative passion. When you align your definition of success with your values, others' achievements feel less relevant to your own journey. Celebrating others' successes fosters a sense of community and connection. When you genuinely cheer for someone else's achievements, it strengthens your relationships and creates a positive environment. This practice doesn't diminish your own success. It enhances it by reinforcing the idea that success is a shared experience. Challenging limiting beliefs about yourself is crucial in overcoming envy. Envy often thrives on the belief that you're not good enough or that you lack what it takes to succeed. By questioning these beliefs and replacing them with empowering thoughts, you create a mindset that supports growth. Self-belief is the foundation for achieving your own goals, and strengthening it weakens envy's influence. Visualization is a technique that helps you focus on your aspirations rather than others. Instead of fixating on what someone else has, visualize your own success. Picture yourself achieving your goals and let that image inspire your actions. Visualization is not about escaping reality, but about creating a clear and motivating vision for your future. Patience is a skill that counteracts envy. Success is rarely immediate, and envying others' achievements can make you lose sight of your own progress. Patience reminds you that your journey is unfolding in its own time. By staying committed to your path, you build the resilience needed to reach your goals. Forgiveness plays a role in freeing yourself from envy, particularly when it's directed at people close to you. Resentment toward a friend or family member's success can strain relationships. Forgiving yourself for feeling envious and forgiving them for unintentionally triggering those feelings creates space for connection and understanding. Practicing detachment helps you navigate envy with clarity. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about your goals. It means releasing the emotional charge of comparison. When you detach from the need to measure up, you create a sense of freedom that allows you to focus on what truly matters. Cultivating joy for others' achievements reflects your own growth. When you can genuinely celebrate someone else's success, it shows that you're secure in your own journey. This joy doesn't come from denying your desires, but from recognizing that success is not a zero-sum game. Each person's victory adds to the collective possibilities for all. Breaking free from envy is an act of liberation. It allows you to redirect energy from resentment to inspiration, from comparison to self-discovery. Envy doesn't have to be a source of pain. It can be a teacher, showing you what you value and where you want to grow. By shifting your perspective, you turn envy into a catalyst for transformation, opening the door to a life driven by purpose, gratitude, and connection. Embracing inspiration instead of envy reveals a profound truth. The world outside does not define your worth or dictate your inner state. Yet, when life tests your resolve through criticism, loss, or rejection, it's easy to feel wounded. But what if no one truly had the power to hurt you? What if your resilience, cultivated from within, could shield your peace from even the harshest of blows? Inner resilience isn't just about enduring, it's about thriving, no matter what comes your way. It's a quiet strength that allows you to face life's trials without losing yourself. Inner resilience begins with self-awareness. To understand how external circumstances affect you, you must first recognize your internal triggers. Hurt often stems not from the event itself, but from the meaning you attach to it. For instance, harsh criticism might sting because it echoes your own doubts. By becoming aware of these inner vulnerabilities, you can address them directly rather than letting external events magnify them. Self-awareness is the foundation of resilience because it allows you to respond rather than react. Emotional independence is another cornerstone of resilience. Many people unknowingly tie their sense of self-worth to external validation, making them vulnerable to hurt when that validation is withheld or withdrawn. Developing emotional independence means recognizing that your value isn't determined by others' opinions. It's a reminder that your worth is inherent, unshaken by external circumstances. This shift in mindset transforms criticism from a personal attack into feedback you can consider or discard without it affecting your core. Boundaries play a vital role in protecting your peace. Resilience doesn't mean enduring endless negativity or mistreatment. It means knowing when to step back and safeguard your well-being. Boundaries communicate self-respect and prevent others from crossing lines that lead to emotional harm. They are not walls that isolate you, but doors that you control, allowing in what serves you and keeping out what doesn't. Acceptance is a powerful tool for cultivating resilience. Resistance to reality often amplifies pain, while acceptance creates space for healing and growth. This doesn't mean you condone hurtful behavior or undesirable outcomes. It means you acknowledge them without letting them define you. Acceptance allows you to move forward without carrying the weight of resistance or resentment. Perspective shifts are crucial in building inner resilience. Hurt often feels overwhelming because it dominates your focus. By stepping back and looking at the bigger picture, you can see challenges in context. What feels unbearable now might seem manageable or even trivial over time. Perspective reminds you that pain is temporary and that you have faced and overcome difficulties before. Self-compassion strengthens resilience by creating a foundation of inner kindness. When you treat yourself with the same understanding and care you would offer a friend, you soften the impact of external hurts. Self-compassion doesn't ignore your struggles, but acknowledges them with empathy, allowing you to heal without harsh self-judgment. Forgiveness is a liberating practice that breaks the cycle of hurt. Holding on to anger or resentment towards someone who caused you pain only prolongs your suffering. Forgiveness isn't about excusing their behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional grip of the past. Letting go of resentment restores your peace and allows you to move forward unburdened. Detachment from outcomes is another key to inner resilience. When you tie your happiness to specific results, you become vulnerable to disappointment. Detachment doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means remaining open to different outcomes and trusting that you can adapt to whatever arises. This mindset reduces the emotional impact of setbacks and fosters flexibility. The practice of mindfulness strengthens resilience by keeping you grounded in the present moment. Much of the pain we feel comes from ruminating on the past or worrying about the future. Mindfulness anchors you in the here and now, where you have the power to act and respond. It quiets the mental noise that amplifies hurt and brings clarity to your thoughts. Gratitude serves as a shield against emotional wounds. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, it becomes harder for negativity to take hold. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, reminding you of the resilience you've already demonstrated in life. This practice creates a positive mindset that supports your ability to navigate challenges. Physical well-being contributes to emotional resilience. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, making it easier to face difficulties with clarity and strength. Regular exercise, sufficient rest, and balanced nutrition provide the energy and stability needed to maintain inner peace. Caring for your physical health is an act of self-respect that reinforces your emotional strength. Community and connection are vital sources of resilience. Sharing your experiences with trusted friends or mentors provides support and perspective. Knowing you're not alone in your struggles lightens the burden and strengthens your resolve. Community doesn't solve your problems, but it reminds you of the collective strength that comes from mutual care. Learning from adversity transforms hurt into growth. Each challenge you face offers a lesson, whether it's about patience, adaptability, or self-trust. Viewing difficulties as opportunities for learning rather than setbacks fosters a sense of agency. You begin to see yourself not as a victim of circumstances, but as a participant in your own growth. Developing a growth mindset further enhances resilience. A growth mindset frames challenges as stepping stones rather than barriers. It encourages you to view failures and setbacks as opportunities to improve and adapt. This perspective reduces the emotional weight of difficulties and fuels perseverance. Inner resilience also involves cultivating emotional regulation. Emotions like anger, sadness, or fear are natural responses to hurt, but letting them dominate can cloud your judgment. Emotional regulation means acknowledging your feelings without being ruled by them. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, or journaling can help you process emotions constructively. Practicing gratitude toward yourself fosters resilience. Recognizing and appreciating your own efforts, even in the face of difficulty, builds self-trust and confidence. Celebrate your progress no matter how small, and acknowledge the strength it takes to keep going. This practice reinforces your belief in your ability to navigate life's challenges. Embracing impermanence is another way to cultivate resilience. Nothing in life, whether joy or pain, lasts forever. This understanding reduces the intensity of hurt by reminding you that it too will pass. Impermanence encourages you to savor the good moments and find patience during the difficult ones. Purpose provides a guiding light during challenging times. When you're connected to a sense of purpose, it anchors you amid life's uncertainties. Purpose gives meaning to your struggles and motivates you to persevere. Whether it's a personal goal, a relationship, or a broader mission, purpose strengthens your resilience by reminding you why you keep going. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding hurt. It means thriving despite it. Each time you face adversity, you strengthen your ability to navigate future challenges. Inner resilience is not about becoming unfeeling, but about finding strength in your feelings. It's about learning that while life may test you, it cannot define or diminish you without your consent. The art of resilience transforms you, not by shielding you from the world, but by empowering you to stand strong within it. Resilience strengthens your inner fortress, but it's the power of acceptance that brings calm to even the fiercest storms. When life delivers challenges beyond your control, resistance only deepens the pain. Acceptance, on the other hand, is not surrender. It is freedom. It is the courage to face reality as it is, without fighting against the immovable. True acceptance allows you to find peace within circumstances you cannot change, and clarity to act where change is possible. Acceptance begins with understanding the nature of resistance. When you resist reality, you create friction between what is and what you wish it to be. This friction manifests as stress, frustration, or despair. Resistance doesn't change circumstances, it intensifies your suffering. Acceptance softens this tension, allowing you to meet life as it is, rather than expending energy on futile battles. It creates space for healing and adaptation. Recognizing what you can and cannot control is the foundation of acceptance. Much of life exists beyond your influence, other people's actions, the passage of time, or unexpected events. Holding on to the illusion of control over these things leads to disappointment and anxiety. Acceptance is not passive. It is an active choice to focus your energy on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses. This clarity empowers you to navigate challenges with wisdom and composure. Acceptance is not the same as approval. It doesn't mean you condone injustice, agree with misfortune, or give up on progress. Instead, it means acknowledging the present moment without judgment. Acceptance allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For example, when faced with a difficult diagnosis, acceptance doesn't mean you stop seeking treatment. It means you face the reality of the situation with courage, enabling you to make informed decisions. Letting go of should statements is a critical part of acceptance. Statements like, "This shouldn't have happened," or "Things should be different," trap you in a cycle of resistance. These thoughts keep you tethered to a version of reality that doesn't exist. Acceptance doesn't mean you don't wish for improvement, but it frees you from the weight of unrealistic expectations. Embracing impermanence strengthens your ability to accept change. Life is in constant motion, and clinging to the past or fearing the future creates unnecessary tension. Accepting that all things are temporary, both joy and pain, helps you remain grounded. This understanding allows you to savor good moments without clinging and endure difficult ones without despair. Forgiveness is a profound act of acceptance. Holding on to resentment or anger toward others, or even yourself, keeps you stuck in the past. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior. It's about releasing the emotional burden it creates. By forgiving, you accept what has happened and free yourself to move forward. It's a gift you give yourself, one that restores your peace and strengthens your resilience. Mindfulness cultivates acceptance by grounding you in the present moment. Much of your resistance to reality comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Mindfulness brings your attention back to what's happening now, encouraging you to engage with life as it is. This practice doesn't eliminate challenges, but it reduces their emotional weight by keeping you anchored in the here and now. Compassion for both yourself and others is deeply tied to acceptance. When you judge yourself harshly for mistakes or hold others to impossible standards, you create unnecessary suffering. Compassion allows you to accept imperfections, your own and others, with kindness and understanding. This doesn't mean you stop striving for growth, but you approach it with patience rather than criticism. Gratitude transforms your relationship with acceptance. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift from resistance to appreciation. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it highlights the blessings that coexist with them. This perspective helps you find peace even in the midst of difficulty, strengthening your ability to accept life as it unfolds. Acceptance also involves reframing how you view setbacks and challenges. Rather than seeing them as obstacles, consider them as opportunities for growth or lessons to be learned. This doesn't mean ignoring the pain they bring, but finding meaning within it. Reframing shifts your focus from what's been lost to what can be gained, creating a sense of purpose in adversity. Physical and emotional self-care are acts of acceptance. By caring for your body and mind, you acknowledge your needs and limitations without judgment. This might mean resting when you're tired, seeking help when you're overwhelmed, or allowing yourself to feel emotions rather than suppressing them. Self-care is not indulgence. It's an essential part of embracing and honoring your humanity. Practicing detachment supports acceptance. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you let go of the need to control or possess outcomes. It's about engaging fully with life while remaining unattached to specific results. Detachment creates a sense of freedom, allowing you to face uncertainty with grace and resilience. Spirituality, in whatever form resonates with you, often deepens acceptance. Whether it's a belief in a higher power, a connection to nature, or a sense of universal order, spirituality can provide comfort and perspective. It reminds you that you are part of something greater and that life's challenges, while difficult, are not insurmountable. Acceptance also requires patience. Change and healing take time, and rushing the process only adds stress. Patience allows you to trust in life's unfolding without forcing outcomes. It teaches you to find peace in the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. Community and connection play an important role in acceptance. Sharing your experiences with others reminds you that you are not alone in your struggles. Listening to others' stories can offer new perspectives and inspire you to face your own challenges with courage. Community provides a sense of belonging and mutual support that strengthens your ability to accept life's complexities. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up on dreams or goals. It means adjusting your approach when obstacles arise. Flexibility is a key part of acceptance, allowing you to adapt without losing sight of what matters. This might mean finding new ways to pursue a passion, redefining success, or discovering alternative paths to fulfillment. Letting go of perfectionism is another form of acceptance. Striving for perfection often leads to frustration and burnout because it sets unattainable standards. Acceptance reminds you that imperfection is part of the human experience. Embracing this truth allows you to celebrate progress and effort rather than focusing solely on outcomes. Trusting in life's process fosters acceptance. Even when things don't go as planned, trust that they are unfolding as they should. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but it creates a sense of faith that you can navigate them. Trust reduces the need for control and fosters a sense of calm, even in uncertain times. Acceptance as a superpower lies in its ability to transform resistance into peace. It's not about resigning yourself to a life without change, but about meeting life as it is, with courage and clarity. Each moment of acceptance strengthens your inner foundation, allowing you to move through life with grace and resilience. By embracing what you cannot change, you unlock the freedom to focus on what truly matters, living fully and authentically, no matter what comes your way. Acceptance opens the door to peace by teaching us to embrace life as it unfolds. Yet, to deepen that peace, we must reconnect with the natural world that sustains us. Nature offers lessons in balance, patience, and resilience, guiding us toward a harmonious existence. The rhythms of the earth, often overlooked in our fast-paced lives, hold the wisdom to realign our actions, thoughts, and emotions. Living in harmony with nature is not just a return to simplicity. It's a profound step toward understanding the essence of life itself. Nature thrives in cycles, reminding us that life, too, is cyclical. The sun rises and sets, the seasons shift, and the tides ebb and flow. When we align ourselves with these natural rhythms, we find greater ease in life. Instead of forcing growth or rushing progress, we learn to honor timing. For example, spring's energy is about beginnings, while autumn reflects release. Observing these cycles teaches us when to act, when to pause, and when to let go, reducing the unnecessary tension of resisting life's natural flow. Being present in nature fosters mindfulness, which brings clarity and calm. When we pause to feel the breeze, listen to birdsong, or observe the intricate patterns of a leaf, we step out of the mental noise that often clouds our judgment. This connection with the present moment centers us, grounding our thoughts and emotions. Nature's stillness serves as a mirror, reflecting the peace within us that is so often overshadowed by daily distractions. The simplicity of nature teaches us to let go of excess. Modern life often encourages accumulation of possessions, tasks, and ambitions, but nature shows us that flourishing requires only what is essential. A tree doesn't hoard sunlight, and rivers don't cling to water. They flow and flourish in balance. Adopting this mindset helps us release what no longer serves us, whether it's material clutter or emotional baggage, creating space for what truly matters. Nature reveals the power of resilience. Plants grow through cracks in pavement, and rivers carve paths through stone over time. These acts of quiet persistence remind us that challenges can be overcome with patience and adaptability. Observing these patterns inspires us to trust our own ability to navigate obstacles, knowing that even the smallest efforts can lead to transformation over time. Spending time in natural settings has profound physical and emotional benefits. Research shows that exposure to green spaces reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and improves mental clarity. This isn't just about being outdoors, it's about allowing nature to nurture you. Whether it's a walk in the woods, tending to a garden, or sitting beneath a tree, these moments of connection refresh and renew your spirit. Nature also reminds us of interdependence. Every element of an ecosystem relies on others to thrive. Trees provide oxygen, bees pollinate flowers, and rain nourishes the soil. This interconnectedness mirrors human relationships, reminding us of the value of community and collaboration. When we see ourselves as part of a greater whole, we are more likely to act with kindness and consideration, fostering harmony in our interactions. The cycles of nature encourage us to embrace change. A tree shedding its leaves isn't clinging to the past, it's preparing for renewal. Similarly, the ebb and flow of the tides reflect the impermanence of all things. Embracing this truth allows us to navigate transitions with grace. Change becomes less daunting when we view it as part of life's natural rhythm, rather than as a disruption. Nature teaches the art of patience. A seed doesn't sprout into a tree overnight, and rivers don't shape valleys in a single day. These slow processes remind us that growth takes time and cannot be rushed. When we adopt this perspective, we develop greater tolerance for life's slower moments, understanding that progress often happens beneath the surface before it becomes visible. Spending time in nature reconnects us to our senses. The scent of rain, the texture of moss, the sound of leaves rustling. These experiences awaken us to the richness of life. In a world dominated by screens and artificial environments, returning to sensory awareness through nature provides a much-needed reset, grounding us in the physical reality of the present. Nature's balance between stillness and movement offers a model for our own lives. A river flows with purpose, yet it also finds moments of stillness in quiet pools. The wind dances among the trees, but eventually settles. These dynamics remind us to balance action with rest, ambition with reflection. Harmony isn't about constant motion or complete stillness. It's about finding equilibrium between the two. Cultivating gratitude for nature deepens our connection to it. Recognizing the gifts that nature provides, clean air, nourishing food, and moments of beauty, fosters a sense of appreciation. Gratitude shifts our mindset from taking to giving, encouraging us to care for the natural world as it cares for us. This reciprocal relationship nurtures both the earth and our own well-being. Aligning with nature also means respecting its limits. Over-extraction, pollution, and deforestation disrupt ecosystems, reflecting a lack of harmony. By living more sustainably, reducing waste, conserving resources, and supporting environmental efforts, we contribute to restoring balance. This isn't just about saving the planet. It's about recognizing that our well-being is tied to the health of the earth. Engaging with nature sparks creativity. The shapes, colors, and patterns found in the natural world inspire ideas and solutions that might not arise in artificial settings. Many artists, writers, and thinkers have drawn their greatest insights from time spent in nature. By immersing ourselves in this creative force, we open our minds to new possibilities and perspectives. Nature also teaches humility. Standing beneath a vast sky or beside a towering mountain reminds us of our place in the grand scheme of things. This perspective doesn't diminish our worth, but invites us to let go of ego-driven concerns, focusing instead on what truly matters. Humility creates space for connection and growth, aligning us with life's rhythms. Developing rituals that connect us to nature enhances this harmony. Whether it's starting the day with a walk at sunrise, planting a garden, or simply pausing to watch the sunset, these practices create moments of mindfulness and reflection. They become anchors that keep us connected to the earth, even amid the busyness of daily life. The wisdom of nature lies in its ability to adapt. Rivers change course, forests regrow after fires, and animals migrate to find sustenance. These adaptations remind us that resilience is not about resistance, but about flexibility. Embracing this lesson helps us navigate life's uncertainties with greater ease, trusting our ability to adjust and thrive. Aligning with nature fosters a sense of awe and wonder. The intricate design of a flower, the vastness of the ocean, and the precision of the seasons evoke a sense of reverence. This wonder reconnects us to the mystery of existence, reminding us that life is both fragile and profound. Awe deepens our respect for the natural world and our place within it. Living in harmony with nature is not about retreating from modern life, but about integrating its wisdom into our daily choices. It's about finding balance between technology and simplicity, consumption and conservation, action and rest. When we align with nature, we align with ourselves, creating a life that flows with ease, purpose, and connection. This harmony is not just a return to nature, it's a return to what it means to truly live. Nature teaches us harmony by showing how interconnected we are, yet the thread that binds this connection is how we choose to live, our actions, choices, and moral compass. A life aligned with ethics is one where peace begins from within. It's a way of living that clears the fog of guilt, doubt, and inner turmoil, replacing it with serenity and purpose. When your actions align with your values, you stand on a foundation that cannot be shaken, no matter what challenges arise. Ethical living starts with self-awareness. Before you can act ethically, you must understand your own principles and values. What matters most to you? Integrity, kindness, justice. Reflecting on these questions helps you clarify the moral framework that will guide your actions. Living by your values doesn't just build trust with others, it deepens your trust in yourself. This self-trust fosters inner peace because you know you're acting in alignment with what you truly believe. Honesty is a cornerstone of ethical living. It's not just about avoiding lies, but about living truthfully in all aspects of your life. Honesty means showing up authentically without pretending to be someone you're not. It means being transparent in your dealings and speaking your truth even when it's uncomfortable. While honesty may create challenges in the short term, it prevents the long-term stress of living inauthentically. A clear conscience is the reward for living truthfully. Kindness is an essential component of ethical living. Treating others with compassion, even when it's difficult, creates a ripple effect of positivity. Kindness isn't about grand gestures. It's about everyday actions, listening without judgment, offering help without expectation, or showing patience in moments of frustration. Kindness uplifts not only those around you, but also yourself. It reminds you of your shared humanity and strengthens your connection to others. Accountability is another vital aspect of ethical living. When you take responsibility for your actions, you empower yourself to learn and grow. Accountability doesn't mean blaming yourself for every mistake. It means owning your choices and their consequences. This practice builds character and integrity, reinforcing your commitment to living in alignment with your values. Ethical living also involves practicing fairness. Treating others with equity and respect, regardless of their background or circumstances, cultivates trust and harmony. Fairness requires empathy, seeing things from another person's perspective and considering how your actions affect them. This practice not only benefits others, but also strengthens your moral character, giving you a clear sense of purpose and connection. Setting boundaries is an act of ethical self-respect. Boundaries ensure that you honor your own needs while respecting those of others. They prevent resentment, overcommitment, and burnout, allowing you to engage with others authentically. Living ethically doesn't mean sacrificing your well-being. It means finding balance between giving and protecting your peace. Practicing non-judgment strengthens ethical living. Judging others often comes from a place of insecurity or misunderstanding. By withholding judgment, you create space for understanding and compassion. This doesn't mean you condone harmful behavior, but it allows you to approach situations with curiosity rather than criticism. Non-judgment fosters a mindset of learning and growth, both for yourself and those you interact with. Ethical living requires consistency. Acting according to your values only when it's convenient undermines their strength. True integrity is shown when you uphold your principles, even in challenging situations. Consistency builds trust with others and reinforces your own sense of purpose. It reminds you that your values are not just ideals, but guiding principles for your daily life. Respecting the environment is a vital aspect of ethical living. The choices you make, what you consume, how you dispose of waste, and how you treat natural resources reflect your commitment to sustainability and interconnection. Living ethically involves recognizing your impact on the planet and making choices that support its well-being. These actions, though small on their own, collectively contribute to a healthier, more balanced world. Gratitude strengthens ethical living by shifting your focus from scarcity to abundance. When you're grateful for what you have, you're less likely to act out of greed or envy. Gratitude fosters contentment and generosity, encouraging you to share your blessings rather than hoard them. This practice creates a sense of fulfillment that reduces the need for unethical shortcuts or compromises. Empathy is the foundation of ethical relationships. Understanding and respecting others' experiences, even when they differ from your own, fosters connection and trust. Empathy allows you to see beyond your own perspective and consider the impact of your actions on others. It's not just about feeling for someone, it's about acting in ways that reflect care and consideration. Forgiveness is an essential part of ethical living, both toward yourself and others. Holding on to resentment or guilt creates emotional barriers that prevent growth. Forgiveness doesn't excuse harmful actions, but acknowledges that holding on to pain only deepens the wound. Letting go of anger or blame restores your inner peace and allows you to approach life with an open heart. Living ethically involves choosing courage over comfort. Acting according to your values often requires stepping out of your comfort zone, speaking up against injustice, admitting mistakes, or making sacrifices for the greater good. Courage strengthens your integrity and demonstrates your commitment to living a life of purpose and meaning. Practicing gratitude toward others enhances ethical living. Acknowledging the kindness, effort, or contributions of those around you fosters a sense of community and mutual respect. Gratitude strengthens relationships and encourages others to act ethically as well, creating a positive cycle of kindness and integrity. Patience is a vital quality in ethical living. Acting impulsively often leads to decisions that conflict with your values. Patience allows you to pause, reflect, and choose actions that align with your principles. This practice reduces the likelihood of regret and strengthens your sense of self-control and clarity. Ethical living also involves humility. Recognizing that you don't have all the answers fosters openness to learning and growth. Humility allows you to admit mistakes, seek guidance, and consider perspectives beyond your own. This mindset creates space for connection and collaboration, strengthening your relationships and deepening your understanding of the world. Releasing attachment to outcomes supports ethical living. When you're overly focused on achieving specific results, it's easy to justify unethical shortcuts. Detachment allows you to act with integrity, knowing that your worth isn't tied to the outcome, but to the process. This perspective reduces stress and strengthens your commitment to living authentically. Self-discipline is essential for maintaining ethical behavior. It requires resisting temptations that conflict with your values and staying true to your principles, even when it's difficult. Self-discipline builds resilience and strengthens your character, empowering you to navigate challenges with integrity and confidence. Living ethically cultivates a sense of purpose and fulfillment. When your actions align with your values, you experience a deep sense of peace and satisfaction. This harmony between your inner and outer worlds creates a foundation of serenity that supports your well-being and inspires those around you. Ethical living is not about perfection. It's about intention and effort. It's about striving to do better, even when mistakes are made. By living in alignment with your values, you create a life that is not only meaningful, but also deeply rewarding. Each choice becomes an opportunity to contribute to the well-being of others, the planet, and yourself. Ethical living aligns actions with values, creating a clear conscience and deeper peace. But maintaining this harmony requires something more. A practice that shifts focus from scarcity to abundance, from stress to serenity. Gratitude is that practice. It's not just about saying thank you. It's a transformative perspective that shields you from negativity and stress. Gratitude rewires the mind to focus on what's good, what's working, and what's possible, creating an inner strength that negativity cannot penetrate. Gratitude begins with awareness. To be grateful, you must first notice what you have. This seems simple, but in a world that constantly demands more, it's easy to overlook the blessings in your life. By pausing to reflect on what's already present, your health, relationships, opportunities, you shift your attention from lack to abundance. This shift doesn't just feel good, It actively reduces stress by calming the mind and reminding you of your resilience. Practicing gratitude creates a mental buffer against negativity. When you focus on what you're thankful for, it's harder for negative thoughts to take root. Gratitude acts as a filter, allowing you to process challenges without being overwhelmed by them. For example, instead of dwelling on a difficult day, gratitude encourages you to find a silver lining, such as the lessons learned or the support you received. Gratitude fosters resilience by reminding you of past victories. Reflecting on moments when you overcame difficulties or received unexpected help strengthens your belief in your ability to navigate current challenges. This practice doesn't minimize hardships, but places them within a context of hope and possibility. Gratitude shows you that no matter how tough things seem, there is always something to hold on to. Relationships thrive on gratitude. Expressing appreciation to others strengthens bonds and builds trust. When you acknowledge someone's kindness, effort, or presence, you validate their contribution to your life. This practice not only uplifts them, but also deepens your connection, creating a cycle of positivity. Gratitude in relationships reduces misunderstandings and fosters empathy, making it easier to navigate conflicts and challenges together. Gratitude transforms daily routines into moments of joy. By focusing on the small pleasures, like the warmth of a morning sunbeam, the taste of a favorite meal, or the sound of laughter, you cultivate a sense of wonder. This doesn't require grand gestures or significant changes. It's about appreciating what's already present. These moments of gratitude anchor you in the present, reducing stress and enhancing overall well-being. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring pain or difficulty. Instead, it involves acknowledging the full spectrum of your experiences and finding value within them. Gratitude allows you to hold both joy and struggle, recognizing that even challenges offer opportunities for growth. This balanced perspective prevents negativity from overshadowing your life, creating space for hope and healing. Gratitude encourages generosity. When you're aware of your blessings, you're more likely to share them. Whether it's time, resources, or kindness, acts of generosity reinforce your gratitude by reminding you of the abundance you have to offer. This reciprocity creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity beyond yourself and contributing to a more compassionate world. Mindfulness enhances gratitude by sharpening your awareness of the present moment. When you engage fully with your surroundings, you notice details that might otherwise go unnoticed. A gentle breeze, a kind gesture, or even the resilience of your own body becomes a source of gratitude. Mindfulness and gratitude work together to ground you, reducing stress and increasing appreciation for life's beauty. Gratitude rewires the brain for positivity. Research shows that regularly practicing gratitude strengthens neural pathways associated with happiness and well-being. This isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's a lasting change in how your brain processes experiences. Over time, gratitude becomes a default perspective, making it easier to find joy and contentment in everyday life. Journaling is a practical tool for cultivating gratitude. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day trains your mind to focus on the positive. These entries don't have to be profound. They can be as simple as a kind word, a moment of peace, or a task completed. The act of writing reinforces gratitude, making it a habit that naturally counters stress and negativity. Gratitude deepens self-awareness. By reflecting on what you're thankful for, you gain insight into what truly matters to you. This clarity helps you prioritize your time, energy, and resources, aligning your actions with your values. Self-awareness through gratitude fosters a sense of purpose, reducing the stress of living out of alignment with your goals. Practicing gratitude strengthens your connection to the larger world. Acknowledging the contributions of nature, community, and culture reminds you of the interdependence that sustains life. Gratitude for the earth's beauty or the efforts of those who came before you fosters humility and respect, grounding you in a sense of belonging. Gratitude also enhances your physical health. Studies show that grateful individuals experience lower blood pressure, improved sleep, and stronger immune systems. These benefits aren't just side effects. They're evidence of gratitude's ability to reduce the physiological impacts of stress. By practicing gratitude, you support both your mental and physical well-being. Gratitude encourages acceptance. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you release the grip of dissatisfaction. Acceptance doesn't mean complacency. It means finding peace with the present while still striving for growth. Gratitude shows you that contentment and ambition can coexist, reducing the tension between wanting more and appreciating enough. Gratitude teaches patience. By focusing on progress rather than perfection, you develop a deeper appreciation for the journey. This perspective reduces the frustration of unmet expectations, allowing you to celebrate small steps forward. Patience through gratitude creates a steady sense of fulfillment that counters the stress of rushing toward outcomes. Practicing gratitude in challenging moments strengthens emotional resilience. It's easy to feel grateful when life is smooth, but finding gratitude amid hardship deepens its impact. Reflecting on what remains, what you've learned, or who has supported you, shifts the narrative from loss to possibility. Gratitude in adversity becomes a source of strength that helps you endure and grow. Gratitude enhances creativity by fostering an open mindset. When you appreciate diverse perspectives, experiences, and opportunities, you're more likely to think outside the box. This openness reduces the stress of rigid thinking, allowing you to approach problems with curiosity and innovation. Creativity born from gratitude fuels growth and adaptability. Expressing gratitude through action reinforces its power. Whether it's writing a thank you note, paying forward a kindness, or simply smiling at a stranger, these gestures amplify your appreciation. Action transforms gratitude from a feeling into a force, creating positive change within and around you. Gratitude creates a lasting legacy. When you live with gratitude, you inspire others to do the same. Your perspective becomes a guiding light, showing others how to find joy and resilience. This ripple effect extends beyond your immediate circle, contributing to a culture of appreciation and kindness. Practicing gratitude is not about ignoring life's challenges, but about finding strength within them. It's a shield that deflects negativity, a balm that soothes stress, and a lens that highlights life's beauty. Gratitude transforms not only how you see the world, but also how you experience it, creating a life rooted in peace, connection, and hope. Gratitude builds resilience, softens the sharp edges of life, and illuminates paths where darkness once loomed. But for gratitude to thrive, it often requires an accompanying trust in the process of life itself. Letting go of the need to control every outcome isn't an act of surrender, but a profound statement of faith in the rhythm of existence. It's a reminder that while your effort matters, not everything is within your control, and that's okay. Trusting the process doesn't diminish your power. It amplifies your peace. Control often feels like security, but in reality, it can create stress and tension. When you cling too tightly to a desired outcome, every deviation from your plan feels like a failure. Trusting the process allows you to release this grip, recognizing that life's unfolding often has its own wisdom. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you begin to understand them as redirections or opportunities to grow in ways you hadn't anticipated. Letting go of control doesn't mean giving up on your goals or ceasing to take action. It means understanding the balance between effort and surrender. You put in your best work, set your intentions, and then allow space for the universe, or simply the natural flow of events, to take its course. This shift relieves the constant pressure to micromanage every detail, leaving you with more energy to focus on what truly matters. Trusting the process teaches patience. When you accept that progress often unfolds at its own pace, you're less likely to feel frustrated or rushed. This doesn't mean passively waiting for things to happen. It means moving forward with the understanding that some results take time. Patience cultivated through trust reduces stress and helps you appreciate the journey instead of fixating solely on the destination. Letting go of control fosters resilience by helping you adapt to change. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and rigid control leaves little room for flexibility. Trusting the process allows you to pivot when circumstances shift, finding new paths instead of being paralyzed by unexpected turns. This adaptability strengthens your ability to navigate life's complexities with grace. Trusting the process also requires humility. Acknowledging that you don't have all the answers creates space for curiosity and growth. When you let go of the need to control, you open yourself to perspectives, opportunities, and solutions you might not have considered. Humility reminds you that life's mysteries often hold treasures beyond what you can see from your current vantage point. This trust cultivates a deeper connection to the present moment. When you're fixated on controlling the future, it's easy to miss what's happening now. Trusting the process redirects your focus to the here and now, where life is actually unfolding. Engaging fully with the present reduces anxiety about what's to come and enhances your ability to respond to challenges with clarity and intention. Trusting the process nurtures creativity. Control often stifles innovation because it narrows your focus to specific outcomes. When you let go, you allow space for exploration, experimentation, and discovery. Creativity thrives in this openness, revealing solutions and paths that rigid control might have overlooked. Practicing trust strengthens your relationships. When you let go of the need to control others, you create space for authentic connection, trusting that people will show up as they are, rather than trying to shape them into who you think they should be, fosters mutual respect and understanding. This trust doesn't mean ignoring red flags or setting aside boundaries. It means recognizing that genuine relationships thrive on freedom, not manipulation. Gratitude and trust are deeply intertwined. Gratitude for what you have reinforces trust in the unfolding of what's to come. When you focus on life's blessings, you cultivate confidence that the future will also bring moments of joy and growth. Gratitude grounds you in trust, creating a positive feedback loop that strengthens both practices. Letting go of control reduces the emotional weight of failure. When you trust the process, you see setbacks not as definitive losses, but as part of a larger narrative. This perspective allows you to extract lessons from failure without being consumed by it. Failure becomes a stepping stone rather than an end point, reinforcing your resilience and belief in the value of persistence. Trusting the process encourages mindfulness. When you're not consumed by the need to control, you become more aware of life's subtleties. This heightened awareness allows you to notice opportunities, beauty, and connections that might have gone unnoticed in your pursuit of control. Mindfulness rooted in trust creates a richer, more fulfilling experience of life. Letting go of control invites a sense of freedom. The constant need to manage every detail can feel suffocating, while trust liberates you from this burden. This freedom doesn't mean recklessness. It means living with intention while allowing space for the unexpected. Trusting the process opens doors to possibilities you might not have dared to explore under the weight of control. This trust also strengthens self-belief. When you let go of control, you affirm your confidence in your ability to handle whatever arises. Trusting the process is not about relying solely on external forces. It's about trusting your own resilience, resourcefulness, and capacity to adapt. This self-trust fosters a sense of empowerment, even in uncertain times. Trusting the process often involves reframing your perspective on uncertainty. Instead of viewing the unknown as a threat, you begin to see it as an opportunity. Uncertainty becomes a space for growth, learning, and discovery, rather than something to be feared or avoided. This shift reduces anxiety and fosters a sense of adventure in navigating life's twists and turns. Letting go of control invites collaboration. When you trust the process, you're more open to working with others, recognizing the value of diverse perspectives and contributions. Collaboration rooted in trust creates synergy, where the collective effort exceeds what any individual could achieve alone. This sense of shared purpose strengthens bonds and enhances outcomes. Trusting the process deepens your connection to life's rhythms. Just as nature unfolds in cycles of growth and renewal, your life follows its own patterns. By aligning with these rhythms, you reduce the stress of forcing outcomes that aren't ready to emerge. Trust reminds you that everything has its season, and your role is to move in harmony with these natural flows. This trust extends to your relationship with yourself. Letting go of control means accepting yourself as you are, with all your strengths and imperfections. It's a reminder that growth is not a linear process and that setbacks don't define your worth. Trusting yourself creates a foundation of self-compassion and confidence that supports your journey. Letting go of control invites joy. When you're not consumed by the pressure to manage every outcome, you create space for play, exploration, and celebration. Trusting the process allows you to find delight in life's unpredictability, discovering beauty and meaning in the unexpected. This openness enhances your ability to savor life's richness, even in its imperfections. Ultimately, trusting the process transforms how you experience life. It's not about giving up, but about letting go of fear, doubt, and the need to control what cannot be controlled. This trust allows you to navigate challenges with grace, embrace uncertainty with curiosity, and approach each moment with a sense of peace. It's a practice that frees you to live fully, deeply, and authentically. Trusting the process releases you from the grip of control, teaching you to move with life's flow rather than against it. But to sustain this balance, the mind must be steady, focused, and clear. Mental clarity doesn't happen by chance. It's cultivated with intention and care. Meditation offers a timeless, transformative practice to strengthen the mind, making it resilient against chaos and distraction. When the mind becomes a fortress, you gain the ability to face life's complexities with grace and wisdom. Meditation begins with awareness. of your breath, thoughts, and the present moment. The simple act of observing your breath grounds you, creating a bridge between your body and mind. This awareness interrupts the constant chatter of the mind, allowing you to step back from the stream of thoughts that often dominate your attention. Over time, this practice reduces mental clutter, creating space for clarity and focus. Strengthening mental clarity requires consistency. Meditation is not a one-time solution, but a daily commitment to quieting the mind. Like training a muscle, the more you practice, the stronger your mental discipline becomes. Even a few minutes each day can create profound shifts, helping you approach challenges with a calm, collected mindset. This consistency builds resilience, allowing you to navigate life's demands without being overwhelmed. Meditation encourages mindfulness, which sharpens your ability to engage fully with the present moment. When you're mindful, you notice details that might otherwise go unnoticed, nuances in conversations, subtle changes in your environment, or shifts in your emotions. This heightened awareness enhances decision-making, as you're better equipped to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Letting go is a core element of meditation. When thoughts arise during practice, the goal is not to suppress or judge them, but to let them pass without attachment. This act of release mirrors life itself, teaching you to let go of worries, regrets, and distractions that cloud your mind. By practicing detachment in meditation, you develop the ability to focus on what truly matters. Meditation fosters emotional regulation. By observing your emotions without judgment, you create a buffer between feeling and reaction. This practice helps you understand your emotional triggers and respond with greater self-awareness. Over time, meditation reduces the intensity of negative emotions like anger or anxiety, making it easier to maintain composure in challenging situations. Practicing meditation enhances concentration. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to focus on a single task is increasingly rare and valuable. Meditation trains the mind to resist distractions, improving your productivity and efficiency. This focused attention carries over into other aspects of your life, helping you stay present and engaged with your goals. Meditation also promotes self-awareness. By turning inward, you gain a deeper understanding of your thoughts, beliefs, and patterns of behavior. This insight empowers you to make choices that align with your values and aspirations. Self-awareness cultivated through meditation creates a foundation for personal growth and transformation. Gratitude often emerges naturally through meditation. As your mind quiets, you become more attuned to the beauty and simplicity of life. This sense of appreciation reinforces a positive mindset, reducing stress and fostering contentment. Gratitude and meditation work together to create a sense of inner peace that is unshaken by external circumstances. The physical benefits of meditation further support mental clarity. Regular practice has been shown to lower blood pressure, improve sleep, and reduce stress hormones. These physiological changes create a healthier, more balanced state of being, enhancing your ability to think clearly and respond effectively. Meditation strengthens your ability to embrace uncertainty. By teaching you to sit with discomfort and observe it without judgment, meditation reduces the fear of the unknown. This practice fosters trust in your ability to navigate uncertainty with patience and curiosity, rather than anxiety or resistance. A key element of meditation is the practice of non-judgment. Observing your thoughts without labeling them as good or bad creates a sense of neutrality. This perspective reduces the emotional charge of negative thoughts, making it easier to move past them. Non-judgment cultivated in meditation extends to other areas of life, fostering acceptance and understanding. Meditation also connects you to your breath, a constant source of calm and stability. Focusing on the rhythm of your breath anchors you in the present, reducing the mental noise that often leads to stress. This connection to your breath serves as a tool you can carry with you, providing a moment of clarity whenever life feels overwhelming. The practice of meditation enhances creativity. A quiet mind is a fertile ground for innovation and insight. By creating space between thoughts, meditation allows new ideas to emerge. This creativity isn't forced. It flows naturally from the stillness and openness that meditation cultivates. Meditation deepens your connection to your values. In the quiet of meditation, you have the opportunity to reflect on what truly matters to you. This clarity helps you prioritize your time and energy, aligning your actions with your deeper purpose. Living in alignment with your values reduces inner conflict and enhances your sense of fulfillment. Resilience grows through meditation. By practicing presence and non-attachment, you build the strength to face adversity without losing your center. Meditation teaches you to weather life's storms with equanimity, knowing that peace is always accessible within you. The communal aspect of meditation can also enhance its effects. Meditating with others creates a sense of connection and shared purpose. This collective energy amplifies the practice, reminding you that while meditation is a personal journey, it is also part of a larger human experience. Meditation fosters compassion, both for yourself and others. As you observe your own thoughts and emotions, you develop a deeper understanding of the struggles and joys that are part of the human condition. This understanding cultivates empathy, strengthening your relationships and creating a more harmonious connection with the world around you. Meditation requires patience, as progress is often subtle and gradual. This patience extends beyond the practice itself, helping you approach life with greater tolerance and acceptance. Trusting the process of meditation mirrors trusting the process of life, reinforcing a sense of calm and confidence. The practice of visualization within meditation can further enhance mental clarity. Visualizing positive outcomes or peaceful scenes during meditation reinforces a mindset of possibility and calm. These mental images serve as anchors during stressful times, reminding you of your inner strength and potential. Meditation transforms your relationship with time. By grounding you in the present moment, it reduces the tendency to dwell on the past or worry about the future. This presence creates a sense of spaciousness, allowing you to approach each moment with intention and awareness. Ultimately, meditation is a tool for creating a mind that is both strong and flexible. It builds clarity, focus, and resilience while fostering peace and connection. Through meditation, you learn that the mind is not a battleground, but a sanctuary, a place where calm, clarity, and strength reside. By cultivating this inner fortress, you gain the ability to face life with a steady, unwavering presence. Meditation builds an inner sanctuary where clarity and calm flourish. But even the strongest mind benefits from the power of silence, a force that shields your peace and amplifies your presence. In a world overwhelmed by noise, speaking less is not weakness, it's wisdom. Silence, when chosen deliberately, becomes a weapon of protection, a strategy for clarity, and a path to deeper connection with yourself and others. By speaking less, you say more, not with words, but with the strength of your actions, thoughts, and energy. Silence creates space for self-reflection. Words often rush out, filling voids that would otherwise invite introspection. By holding back, you allow yourself to observe your emotions and thoughts more clearly. This practice helps you understand the roots of your reactions, reducing impulsive speech that might later lead to regret. Self-reflection born of silence deepens your awareness and strengthens your ability to respond thoughtfully. The act of choosing silence is an exercise in self-control. Speaking can feel like a reflex, especially when emotions run high, but silence demands intention. Resisting the urge to defend, argue, or fill the quiet requires discipline. This restraint is not about suppressing your voice, but about mastering it. Each moment of silence reinforces your control over your words, building a sense of inner strength. Silence creates clarity. When you pause before speaking, you give yourself time to process and understand. This clarity reduces misunderstandings as your words become more intentional and precise. Silence also allows you to listen more deeply, not just to others, but to yourself. In this listening, you discover truths that might otherwise be drowned out by unnecessary noise. Speaking less also protects your energy. Words carry weight, and every conversation demands emotional and mental resources. By being selective about when and how you speak, you conserve energy for what truly matters. This practice prevents exhaustion caused by over-explanation, defensiveness, or engagement in trivial disputes. Silence acts as a boundary, preserving your peace in situations that don't deserve your energy. Silence fosters emotional resilience. In moments of conflict or tension, words often escalate emotions. Choosing silence allows you to remain composed, creating a buffer between the situation and your response. This pause helps you avoid saying things you don't mean or that might inflame the issue further. Emotional resilience strengthened through silence empowers you to handle challenges with grace. Choosing silence can also disarm negativity. When others expect an argument or reaction and are met with calm silence, it shifts the dynamic. This quiet strength diffuses tension and can even inspire reflection in the other person. Silence communicates that you are in control, unshaken by provocation, and focused on preserving your peace. Silence enhances your ability to listen. When you're not focused on what you'll say next, you can fully absorb what others are saying. This deep listening builds trust and connection as people feel truly heard and valued. Silence in conversations is not an absence, but a presence, a space that allows for understanding to flourish. By speaking less, you amplify the power of your words. When you choose your moments to speak with care, your words carry more weight. They become impactful because they are thoughtful, intentional, and necessary. This practice teaches others to listen when you do speak, as your voice is not lost in constant chatter. Silence fosters a deeper connection with yourself. In the quiet, you can hear your intuition, that inner voice often drowned out by external noise. This connection helps you make decisions aligned with your values and desires. Silence becomes a tool for self-discovery, guiding you toward authenticity and inner truth. Practicing silence can also reduce anxiety. The pressure to fill every moment with words often stems from fear of being misunderstood, judged, or ignored. By embracing silence, you release this need for constant validation. This shift creates a sense of freedom as you no longer rely on external approval to feel secure. Silence encourages patience. In the quiet, you learn to sit with uncertainty, discomfort, or incompleteness without rushing to resolve it. This patience spills over into other areas of your life, reducing stress and helping you navigate challenges with greater ease. Silence teaches you that not every situation requires immediate action or resolution. In moments of silence, you can observe the dynamics of a situation more clearly. Words can sometimes cloud perception, but silence allows you to step back and see patterns, motives, and opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. This heightened awareness equips you to respond more effectively as your actions are informed by a broader understanding. Silence also fosters humility. When you speak less, you acknowledge that you don't have all the answers, and that sometimes listening is more powerful than speaking. This humility creates space for learning and growth, as you become open to perspectives and insights beyond your own. By speaking less, you build confidence. When you trust in the value of your silence, you affirm your worth without needing to prove it through constant words. This quiet confidence communicates strength and self-assurance, inspiring respect from others and deepening your own sense of self-belief. Silence creates a sanctuary for peace. In a noisy world, choosing quiet is a radical act of self-care. It's a way of reclaiming control over your inner environment, protecting it from the chaos of external demands. This sanctuary doesn't isolate you. It strengthens you, providing a foundation of calm from which you can engage with the world. The practice of speaking less doesn't mean withdrawing or silencing your voice. It means using it with purpose. It's about recognizing the power of words and wielding them with care. Silence becomes a tool, not a shield, empowering you to communicate more effectively and live more intentionally. In this space of silence, you discover freedom. Freedom from the need to explain, defend, or seek approval. Freedom to observe, reflect, and act with clarity. Silence is not emptiness. It is potential. It holds the power to transform how you interact with yourself and the world, offering a path to deeper peace, connection, and strength. Silence shields your peace, allowing you to step back from chaos and respond with clarity. But even in the quiet, emotions can surge, threatening to pull you off balance. The ability to remain unmoved in the face of emotional turbulence is a skill that transforms how you navigate life. Grounded in Buddhist teachings, this practice doesn't mean suppressing feelings, but mastering how to observe them without becoming consumed. It's about finding stability within, no matter the external storm. Overcoming emotional turbulence begins with awareness. Emotions often catch you off guard, but by cultivating mindfulness, you learn to notice them as they arise. This awareness creates a pause between feeling and reaction, allowing you to choose your response instead of being swept away. Observing emotions without judgment helps you understand their root causes, reducing their intensity and giving you a sense of control. Equanimity, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, is the ability to maintain balance in the face of highs and lows. It's not indifference, but a deep understanding that emotions are temporary. Equanimity teaches you to meet joy without clinging and sorrow without resistance. This balance doesn't diminish your experience of life. It enriches it by freeing you from the constant tug of extremes. Acceptance is a powerful tool for overcoming emotional turbulence. Resistance to emotions often amplifies their impact. By accepting what you feel without trying to change or suppress it, you allow the emotion to move through you naturally. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means acknowledging reality as it is, creating space for clarity and peace. Non-attachment is key to remaining unmoved by emotional turbulence. When you attach your happiness to specific outcomes, people or circumstances, you give away your power. Non-attachment doesn't mean detachment from life, but freedom from dependence on external factors for inner peace. This practice allows you to engage fully with life while remaining anchored in your own stability. Breathing is a simple yet profound practice for calming emotional storms. Focused, intentional breathing slows the heart rate, reduces stress, and centers the mind. By returning your attention to your breath, you ground yourself in the present moment, creating a buffer between your emotions and your actions. This practice is a portable tool you can use anytime to regain composure. Compassion, both for yourself and others, softens the impact of emotional turbulence. When you approach your feelings with kindness instead of criticism, you create a safe space for healing. Extending compassion to others, even those who provoke you, transforms conflict into understanding. Compassion doesn't erase emotions, but reframes them, reducing their hold on you. Understanding impermanence is a powerful antidote to emotional upheaval. Nothing, neither joy nor sorrow, lasts forever. This truth provides comfort during difficult times and perspective during moments of happiness. Embracing impermanence reduces the fear of change, helping you remain steady as emotions ebb and flow. Meditation strengthens your ability to remain unmoved by emotional turbulence. Regular practice trains your mind to observe without attachment, creating a habit of calm awareness. Meditation doesn't eliminate emotions, but changes your relationship with them, allowing you to experience them fully without being overwhelmed. Gratitude can shift your emotional state by focusing on what's good amidst the challenges. When you acknowledge the blessings in your life, even during difficult times, you create a sense of balance. Gratitude doesn't dismiss hardship, but helps you see it in the context of a larger picture, reducing its emotional weight. Perspective is another tool for overcoming emotional turbulence. Emotions often feel all-encompassing in the moment, but stepping back allows you to see the bigger picture. What feels overwhelming now may appear less significant with time. Perspective helps you navigate emotions with patience and understanding, knowing that this too shall pass. Self-awareness deepens your ability to remain steady. By understanding your emotional triggers, you can anticipate and prepare for them. This awareness reduces the power of those triggers, allowing you to respond with intention rather than react impulsively. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional mastery. Boundaries protect your peace from external emotional turbulence. Recognizing what's yours to carry and what belongs to others helps you avoid being swept into unnecessary drama. Boundaries aren't about shutting others out, but about preserving your inner stability. They create a space where you can process your emotions without interference. Journaling is a practical way to process emotional turbulence. Writing down your thoughts and feelings creates clarity, helping you understand and release them. Journaling provides a safe outlet for emotions, reducing their intensity and preventing them from building up. This practice fosters self-reflection and promotes inner peace. Patience is essential when navigating emotional storms. Emotions take time to settle, and rushing the process often leads to more turmoil. Patience allows you to sit with your feelings, trusting that they will pass. This practice builds resilience as you learn to endure discomfort without losing your sense of balance. Engaging with nature provides a grounding counterbalance to emotional turbulence. The stillness of a forest, the rhythm of waves, or the vastness of the sky reminds you of life's continuity. Nature's presence offers perspective, soothing the mind and reducing the intensity of emotions. This connection to the natural world provides a steadying force amid inner chaos. Mindful movement, such as yoga or walking meditation, helps release emotional tension stored in the body. Movement combined with mindfulness reconnects you to the present moment, creating a sense of flow that eases emotional intensity. This practice integrates the body and mind, promoting harmony and balance. Letting go of perfectionism reduces emotional turbulence. Striving for unattainable standards creates unnecessary pressure and amplifies feelings of failure. Embracing imperfection with compassion allows you to navigate emotions without added self-criticism. This shift fosters self-acceptance and inner calm. Trusting yourself is a key element in remaining unmoved. When you believe in your ability to handle emotions, they lose their power to overwhelm. Self-trust is built through experience as you navigate challenges and emerge stronger. This confidence creates a sense of stability that anchors you during emotional storms. Silence, as explored earlier, complements the practice of remaining steady. When emotions surge, silence provides a space for reflection and healing. It allows you to process feelings without the noise of external opinions or pressures. Silence becomes a sanctuary where you can reconnect with your inner peace. Ultimately, the Buddhist way of overcoming emotional turbulence is not about eliminating emotions, but transforming your relationship with them. By observing, accepting, and understanding your feelings, you move through them with grace rather than resistance. This practice creates a life where emotions enrich your experience without dictating it, allowing you to remain steady, present, and free. Emotional turbulence often roots itself in resistance, especially resistance to change. Fear of the unknown can bind you, keeping you trapped in patterns that no longer serve your growth. But what if embracing change, instead of dreading it, could unlock a life of resilience and freedom? Learning to flow with change removes the weight of resistance and transforms fear into curiosity. It's not about controlling what shifts, but learning to move with it in grace and acceptance. Change begins with understanding its inevitability. Life is in constant motion. Seasons shift, relationships evolve, and opportunities come and go. Resisting this natural rhythm only intensifies discomfort. By accepting that change is an essential part of existence, you soften the grip of fear. This acceptance doesn't make change easy, but it does make it manageable, allowing you to approach it with openness. The first step in embracing change is cultivating flexibility. A rigid mindset struggles when faced with uncertainty, while flexibility allows you to adapt. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your values or goals. It means finding new ways to honor them as circumstances evolve. This adaptability reduces stress and increases your ability to thrive in new environments or situations. Letting go of expectations is vital in reducing resistance to change. Expectations often create a fixed image of how life should unfold. When reality deviates from that image, frustration and fear can arise. Letting go of rigid expectations frees you to experience life as it is, not as you imagined it to be. This release creates space for unexpected joys and opportunities. Trusting yourself is a cornerstone of embracing change. When you believe in your ability to navigate new circumstances, the fear of failure diminishes. Self-trust grows from past experiences where you've overcome challenges and adapted to new realities. Reflecting on these moments reminds you that you are capable even when faced with uncertainty. Mindfulness grounds you during periods of change. By focusing on the present moment, you anchor yourself amid the shifting tides of life. Mindfulness helps you approach change step by step, rather than being overwhelmed by its entirety. This focus reduces anxiety and brings clarity, allowing you to respond to change with intention. Embracing change involves reframing your perspective. Instead of viewing it as a disruption, see it as an opportunity for growth. Every change, whether welcomed or not, brings lessons. Reframing allows you to focus on what you can gain rather than what you fear losing. This shift in perspective fosters a sense of curiosity and excitement, replacing dread with possibility. Gratitude transforms how you approach change. By focusing on what remains steady or what new opportunities arise, you cultivate a mindset of abundance. Gratitude doesn't deny the challenges of change, but shifts your focus to the positives. This practice builds resilience as you learn to see transitions as part of life's greater flow. Setting intentions provides stability during change. While you can't control external circumstances, you can guide your response. Setting intentions, such as staying open-minded, maintaining compassion, or seeking growth, creates a framework for navigating change. These intentions act as anchors, keeping you grounded in your values even as life shifts around you. Patience is essential when adapting to change. Growth takes time, and rushing the process only adds to frustration. Patience allows you to sit with uncertainty, trusting that clarity and stability will emerge in their own time. This practice reduces the pressure to have everything figured out immediately, creating a sense of ease. Self-compassion softens the edges of fear during change. It's natural to feel unsettled, to make mistakes, or to stumble as you adjust. By treating yourself with kindness, you create a supportive inner dialogue that encourages persistence and growth. Self-compassion transforms challenges into opportunities for learning, reducing the fear of failure. Embracing change also involves letting go of the past. Holding on to what was often prevents you from fully engaging with what is. This doesn't mean forgetting or dismissing your experiences, but learning to release their grip on your present. Letting go creates space for new possibilities, allowing you to move forward unencumbered. Building a support system strengthens your ability to face change. Sharing your experiences with trusted friends, mentors, or communities provides encouragement and perspective. This connection reminds you that you're not alone, reducing the isolation that often accompanies major transitions. A support system also offers practical advice and emotional reinforcement, making the journey smoother. Change often reveals hidden strengths. Challenges push you to grow in ways you might not have anticipated. Reflecting on past changes that led to personal growth reinforces your ability to handle new ones. Recognizing your resilience builds confidence, transforming fear into a belief in your capacity to overcome. Adopting a beginner's mindset fosters curiosity during change. Viewing transitions as opportunities to learn keeps you open to new experiences and insights. This mindset reduces resistance by framing change as a chance to expand your knowledge and skills. A beginner's mindset replaces fear of the unknown with a sense of exploration. Embracing uncertainty is a key aspect of navigating change. The need for certainty often drives resistance, but life rarely provides guarantees. Learning to sit with the unknown reduces anxiety and fosters adaptability. This practice doesn't eliminate uncertainty, but changes your relationship with it, allowing you to move forward without being paralyzed by fear. Nature offers lessons in embracing change. The cycles of growth, decay, and renewal demonstrate the beauty of transformation. Observing these patterns reminds you that change is not an end, but a continuation. This perspective helps you approach transitions with trust, knowing that each phase has its purpose. Action is a powerful antidote to fear during change. Taking small, intentional steps helps you build momentum and reduces the overwhelm of uncertainty. These actions don't have to be monumental. Even small efforts move you forward. Progress creates confidence, reinforcing your ability to navigate the transition. Perspective helps you see change as part of a larger narrative. What feels disruptive in the moment may later reveal itself as necessary for growth. This long-term view reduces the urgency of immediate fears, helping you approach change with patience and understanding. Adopting a mindset of acceptance reduces resistance to change. Fighting against what is often drains energy and creates unnecessary stress. Acceptance doesn't mean complacency. It means recognizing reality as it unfolds. This practice frees you to focus on what you can control, rather than fixating on what you cannot. Celebrating small victories during change builds momentum. Acknowledging progress, no matter how minor, reinforces your belief in your ability to adapt. These celebrations create positive reinforcement, encouraging persistence and resilience as you navigate the transition. Ultimately, embracing change without fear or resistance is an act of trust in yourself, in life's rhythm, and in the possibilities that lie ahead. Change challenges you to grow, adapt, and discover strengths you didn't know you had. By meeting it with openness and curiosity, you transform fear into freedom, resistance into flow, and uncertainty into opportunity. Change brings growth, and growth opens doors to possibilities that once seemed unreachable. Every step forward reveals not just new opportunities, but the strength within you to achieve what once felt impossible. There is a power in belief, persistence, and aligned action, a power that can help you achieve anything. Through the lens of Zen philosophy, this is not just a motivational idea, but a lived practice, a way to cultivate inner clarity and external success by aligning thought, effort, and purpose. Achievement begins with intention. To achieve anything, you must first know what you're striving for. A clear intention acts as a compass, guiding your actions and decisions. In Zen, intention is not just a wish or fleeting desire. It is a focused, unwavering commitment. When you align your actions with your intentions, every effort gains purpose and direction, and even small steps bring you closer to your goals. The practice of presence amplifies your ability to achieve. When you are fully engaged in the moment, your energy and attention are concentrated. Distractions lose their pull, and you channel your efforts into what truly matters. Presence allows you to take consistent, deliberate steps toward your goals, without being overwhelmed by the magnitude of the journey. Belief in yourself is essential for achievement. Zen teaches that doubt is often the greatest obstacle, not external circumstances. When you cultivate self-belief, you create a foundation of confidence that supports you through challenges. This belief isn't about arrogance or blind optimism. It's about trusting your capacity to learn, adapt, and grow. Self-belief transforms setbacks into lessons, showing you that every challenge contains the seed of progress. Patience is a vital element of achieving anything meaningful. Zen emphasizes the importance of steady, sustained effort over time. Success rarely comes overnight, and impatience can derail even the most dedicated efforts. Patience allows you to stay committed, recognizing that growth is often slow but always worthwhile. This mindset reduces frustration and fosters resilience. Resilience grows through consistent effort. Challenges are inevitable on the path to achievement, but resilience helps you face them without giving up. Each obstacle becomes an opportunity to strengthen your determination and creativity. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding difficulties. It means rising above them with a mindset focused on solutions and possibilities. Focus is another cornerstone of achievement. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to concentrate on your goals is invaluable. Zen encourages single-minded focus, where you devote your energy to one task at a time. This practice not only enhances productivity, but also deepens your connection to your work, making each action more intentional and impactful. Effort rooted in mindfulness transforms how you approach achievement. When you work mindfully, you're not just striving for a result, you're fully immersed in the process. This presence elevates the quality of your actions and reduces the stress often associated with pursuing goals. Mindful effort creates a sense of flow, where challenges become engaging rather than overwhelming. Letting go of attachment to outcomes is a powerful practice for achieving anything. When you cling too tightly to specific results, you create unnecessary pressure and fear of failure. Zen teaches that detachment doesn't mean a lack of care. It means trusting the process while releasing the need to control every detail. This freedom allows you to take risks, explore new paths, and embrace unexpected opportunities. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement. Zen views discipline not as restriction, but as freedom, the freedom to choose actions that align with your goals. Discipline creates consistency, transforming small efforts into significant progress over time. It builds habits that support your success, even on days when motivation wanes. Gratitude fuels your journey toward achievement. By appreciating what you have and the progress you've made, you cultivate a mindset of abundance. This perspective keeps you motivated as you see each step forward as a victory rather than focusing solely on what's left to achieve. Gratitude reminds you that the journey itself is a source of fulfillment. Adapting to change is essential for achieving long-term goals. The path to success is rarely linear, and flexibility allows you to navigate detours without losing sight of your destination. Zen teaches that rigidity creates stress, while adaptability fosters growth. Embracing change with an open mind turns challenges into stepping stones and setbacks into redirections. Collaboration amplifies your ability to achieve. While personal effort is crucial, success often involves working with others. Zen values interconnection, reminding you that collective energy can create results greater than individual effort alone. Building relationships based on trust, respect, and shared purpose strengthens your journey and broadens your perspective. Persistence separates fleeting effort from lasting success. Zen stories often emphasize the value of enduring effort, where even the smallest daily actions contribute to significant outcomes. Persistence is not about pushing through exhaustion, but about maintaining consistent, thoughtful effort. It's the practice of showing up, even when the path is unclear or progress feels slow. Clarity of purpose sustains you through difficulties. When you deeply understand why you're pursuing a goal, it becomes easier to stay motivated. This clarity acts as a guiding light, reminding you of your larger vision during challenging times. Zen encourages frequent reflection on your purpose, ensuring that your actions remain aligned with your values and aspirations. Creativity flourishes when you approach achievement with an open mind. Zen teaches that solutions often arise when you release rigid thinking and explore new perspectives. Creativity isn't limited to the arts. It's a way of approaching problems with curiosity and innovation. This mindset helps you overcome obstacles and find paths that others might overlook. Humility enhances your journey toward achievement. Recognizing that there's always more to learn keeps you open to growth. Humility allows you to seek guidance, acknowledge mistakes, and celebrate others' contributions without losing confidence in your own abilities. This balance strengthens your resilience and fosters a collaborative, growth-oriented mindset. Self-care supports your ability to achieve. Zen emphasizes the importance of balance, reminding you that sustained effort requires rest and renewal. Taking care of your physical and emotional well-being ensures that you have the energy and clarity needed to pursue your goals. Self-care is not indulgence. It's an investment in your long-term success. Celebrating progress reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve. Acknowledging small victories along the way keeps you motivated and builds momentum. Zen teaches that joy is found in the journey, not just the destination. Celebrating progress reminds you to savor the present moment while staying committed to your vision. Ultimately, achieving anything requires a blend of intention, effort, and trust. Zen offers a timeless framework for aligning your inner world with your external actions, creating a life where achievement flows naturally from clarity and purpose. By embracing these principles, you unlock your potential to achieve not just goals, but a deeper sense of fulfillment and meaning. The power to achieve begins with clarity, focus, and an unwavering trust in your ability to grow. But on the path to mastery, emotions can sometimes become obstacles, intensifying distractions, clouding judgment, or driving impulsive reactions. To gain control over life, one must first gain control over the self. Becoming emotionless, as explored in Zen philosophy, doesn't mean shutting off feelings, but cultivating mastery over their influence. It's about learning to observe emotions without being consumed by them, finding stillness in the face of emotional turbulence. To begin this transformation, one must understand the nature of emotions. Emotions arise naturally, often triggered by external circumstances or internal thought patterns. The challenge lies in how quickly they take over the mind and body. Buddhist practice encourages you to view emotions as waves, temporary, passing, and incapable of drowning you unless you allow yourself to sink into them. This perspective creates a foundation for mastering your reactions. Mindfulness is the cornerstone of becoming less reactive to emotions. By cultivating awareness, you create space between the feeling and your response. This pause allows you to choose how you want to act, rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness transforms emotions into signals rather than commands, offering you insight into their source without letting them dictate your behavior. Detachment is a key principle in gaining control over emotions. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means not clinging to the highs or being crushed by the lows. Zen teaches that attachment to outcomes, relationships, or possessions often fuels emotional turmoil. By practicing non-attachment, you free yourself from the constant roller coaster of external influences, finding balance and steadiness within. Breathing techniques are practical tools for managing emotional intensity. Deep, intentional breaths activate the body's relaxation response, calming the mind and reducing the physical symptoms of stress or anxiety. This simple practice grounds you, anchoring your awareness in the present moment and preventing emotions from escalating uncontrollably. Understanding impermanence helps dissolve the grip of strong emotions. Nothing lasts forever, neither joy nor sorrow. This truth, central to Buddhist thought, provides a sense of perspective during emotional highs and lows. Knowing that feelings will pass allows you to face them with patience and composure, rather than fear or resistance. Self-awareness deepens your understanding of your emotional triggers. By observing your patterns, you begin to recognize the situations, thoughts, or interactions that spark certain feelings. This awareness gives you the power to anticipate and prepare for these moments, reducing their impact and helping you maintain your equilibrium. Compassion plays a crucial role in mastering emotions. Being kind to yourself when emotions arise removes the layer of self-criticism that often intensifies suffering. Compassion for others also reduces reactive tendencies, as you begin to see their actions through the lens of understanding rather than judgment. This shift in perspective calms conflicts and fosters peace. Meditation strengthens your ability to remain unmoved by emotions. Sitting with your thoughts and feelings without reacting trains the mind to observe without judgment. Over time, this practice builds a habit of emotional resilience, allowing you to face challenging situations with calm and clarity. Letting go of judgment toward your emotions is transformative. Labeling feelings as good or bad creates resistance, which often amplifies their intensity. By approaching emotions with neutrality, you allow them to flow through you naturally. This non-judgmental stance reduces their power over you, creating a sense of inner freedom. Boundaries protect your peace from external emotional turbulence. Recognizing what belongs to you and what doesn't shields you from unnecessary drama or conflict. Boundaries are not walls, but filters, helping you engage with others without losing your balance. This practice preserves your energy and supports emotional mastery. Zen emphasizes the importance of simplifying your inner world. The constant stream of thoughts, worries, and desires often fuels emotional turbulence. By simplifying, focusing only on what truly matters, you reduce the clutter in your mind, making it easier to navigate feelings with ease and clarity. Engaging in mindful movement helps release stored emotional tension. Practices like yoga, tai chi, or even mindful walking combine physical activity with mental focus, creating a flow that eases emotional intensity. These practices also reconnect you to your body, grounding you during times of emotional upheaval. Gratitude is a powerful counterbalance to strong emotions. When you focus on what's good in your life, it shifts your perspective and reduces the weight of negative feelings. Gratitude doesn't suppress emotions, but provides a broader context, reminding you of the abundance that coexists with challenges. Emotional mastery also involves embracing silence. The quiet creates a space for reflection and healing, where emotions can be processed without the noise of external input. Silence allows you to listen to your inner self, deepening your understanding and strengthening your ability to remain steady. Perspective transforms how you experience emotions. What feels overwhelming now may later reveal itself as a moment of growth or insight. By stepping back and seeing the bigger picture, you reduce the urgency and intensity of emotional reactions, finding peace in the broader flow of life. Patience is essential on the journey to emotional mastery. Change takes time, and emotions are deeply rooted in patterns of thought and behavior. Patience allows you to approach this process with kindness, knowing that progress is not linear but always possible. This mindset reduces frustration and fosters resilience. Developing trust in your ability to handle emotions builds confidence. Each time you face an emotional challenge and come through it, you reinforce your belief in your strength. This self-trust reduces fear, as you know you can navigate whatever arises with clarity and calm. Letting go of perfectionism eases emotional strain. Striving for flawless control often creates additional pressure, making it harder to manage feelings. Embracing imperfection with compassion allows you to navigate emotions without added self-criticism, fostering a sense of balance and acceptance. Zen teaches that mastery over emotions is not about suppression, but transformation. By observing, understanding, and gently guiding your feelings, you create a life where emotions enrich rather than overwhelm. This journey requires practice, patience, and compassion, but the result is a freedom that transcends the highs and lows, allowing you to live with clarity, purpose, and unshakable peace. Mastery over emotions reveals the profound wisdom of patience, where growth is nurtured not by force, but by allowing time its course. The principle that everything comes in due time is deeply rooted in Zen Buddhism, reminding us that spiritual growth unfolds not in haste, but in alignment with life's natural rhythm. This teaching offers solace to those yearning for change and clarity, to those navigating the uncertainties of transformation. To grasp its depth is to cultivate a profound trust in the process of becoming. The foundation of this wisdom is understanding that growth cannot be rushed. Much like a seed needs time to sprout, flourish, and bear fruit, spiritual evolution requires patience and consistent care. Pushing against the natural flow only creates resistance and frustration. Trusting that every experience, even the challenging ones, contributes to your growth allows you to navigate life with greater ease and grace. Letting go of urgency is central to embracing this principle. Urgency often arises from fear of missing out, fear of falling behind, or fear of failure. By releasing this need for immediacy, you align yourself with the present moment, where true growth occurs. This practice reduces stress and fosters an inner calm that supports steady progress. Acceptance of where you are on your journey is a key to spiritual growth. Comparing your path to others diminishes your ability to appreciate your unique experiences and lessons. Zen emphasizes that each person's journey is tailored to their needs and timing. Acceptance cultivates gratitude for the present while trusting in the unfolding of the future. Consistency in practice anchors your spiritual growth. Whether it's meditation, mindfulness, or acts of kindness, regular effort over time creates meaningful change. Zen teaches that small, deliberate actions compound, much like drops of water carving a stone. This consistency reinforces your commitment and deepens your connection to the principles guiding your growth. Trusting the process requires faith in both yourself and the greater rhythm of life. Doubt can cloud your vision, making it hard to see the progress you're making. But faith provides the clarity to recognize that even setbacks serve a purpose. This trust transforms obstacles into opportunities for learning and resilience. Patience is not passive waiting. It's an active engagement with the present while allowing time to reveal its lessons. In Zen, patience is viewed as strength, a quiet confidence that everything will come when it's meant to. This perspective frees you from the pressure to control outcomes, creating space for discovery and growth. Surrendering control is another vital aspect of spiritual growth. The need to dictate every aspect of your journey often stems from insecurity. By surrendering, you acknowledge that life's unfolding holds wisdom beyond what you can currently see. This surrender is not defeat. It's a powerful statement of trust in the flow of existence. Observing nature offers profound lessons in patience and timing. Trees, rivers, and seasons all move at their own pace, unaffected by external demands. This natural rhythm mirrors the cycles of spiritual growth. By aligning with these rhythms, you attune yourself to the wisdom of gradual transformation. Gratitude for the present moment amplifies your spiritual journey. By focusing on what you have now, rather than what you lack, you shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude reinforces the belief that life is unfolding as it should, fostering a mindset of contentment and trust. Resilience strengthens your ability to navigate the waiting periods in growth. Challenges test your patience, but they also reveal your capacity to endure and adapt. Each trial you face adds to your strength, preparing you for the next stage of your journey. Resilience is the quiet perseverance that sustains you through uncertainty. Letting go of expectations lightens your spiritual path. Expectations often create rigid timelines for growth, which can lead to disappointment when they aren't met. By releasing these expectations, you open yourself to the unexpected blessings and lessons that arise naturally. This openness invites joy and discovery into your journey. Reflection deepens your understanding of your growth. Looking back on where you started and how far you've come provides perspective and encouragement. Reflection doesn't dwell in the past. It uses it as a guide to inform and inspire your present efforts. This practice reinforces your belief in the process. Self-compassion softens the challenges of spiritual growth. Growth often brings discomfort as old patterns are broken and new ones are formed. Being kind to yourself during this process creates a supportive inner dialogue that encourages persistence. Self-compassion reminds you that progress doesn't require perfection. Embracing impermanence allows you to flow with the natural changes of life. Spiritual growth is not linear, and holding on to past stages or rushing toward future ones disrupts the process. By accepting that everything is in flux, you reduce resistance and align more fully with the present. Mindful action focuses your energy on what truly matters. Instead of spreading yourself thin with scattered efforts, Zen encourages deliberate, intentional steps. This focus creates momentum, ensuring that each action contributes meaningfully to your growth. Mindful action transforms small tasks into powerful acts of transformation. Community can support and accelerate your spiritual journey. While growth is deeply personal, the presence of like-minded individuals offers encouragement and shared wisdom. Zen values the collective energy of those seeking similar paths as their insights and experiences enrich your own. Releasing attachment to specific outcomes fosters peace. The desire for control often stems from a fear of uncertainty. By letting go of this attachment, you free yourself to embrace the journey fully. This practice shifts your focus from striving for results to engaging deeply with the process itself. Perspective transforms how you view challenges and delays. What seems like a setback in the moment may later prove to be a necessary pause or redirection. Holding a broader perspective helps you remain patient and hopeful, trusting that everything serves a purpose in its time. Ultimately, spiritual growth is a journey, not a destination. The keys to this growth lie in patience, trust, and the ability to engage fully with the present while remaining open to what the future holds. By embracing these principles, you create a life where growth happens naturally, bringing you closer to your true self with each passing moment. Spiritual growth reveals not only who you are, but how you connect with others. The principles you live by shape how the world perceives you, And in Buddhism, certain teachings offer a path to earn genuine respect from others while deepening your inner peace. Respect is not demanded. It is inspired by how you carry yourself, how you interact, and how you honor the principles that guide your life. Through these teachings, you don't just gain admiration, you become a source of wisdom and strength for those around you. The first teaching emphasizes the power of compassion. When your actions stem from a place of kindness, people feel safe and valued in your presence. Compassion doesn't mean solving everyone's problems, but showing understanding and offering support without judgment. This creates bonds of trust and admiration as others see your genuine care and sincerity. Honesty is the foundation of respect. Buddhism teaches the importance of truthfulness, not only in speech, but in thought and action. Being honest doesn't mean being harsh. It means communicating with clarity and integrity. When your words align with your actions, people trust you, and trust is the cornerstone of respect. Patience cultivates a calm strength that others admire. In a world that often feels rushed and reactive, patience sets you apart. It demonstrates self-control and an ability to remain composed, even in challenging situations. This steadiness inspires respect, as people recognize your ability to handle difficulties with grace. Mindfulness sharpens your ability to connect meaningfully with others. When you are present, you give your full attention, making people feel valued and heard. This focused presence enhances your interactions, creating deeper and more respectful relationships. Mindfulness also helps you navigate social dynamics with awareness and tact. Humility opens doors to mutual respect. Acknowledging that you don't have all the answers shows wisdom, not weakness. Humility allows you to learn from others and appreciate their perspectives. This openness fosters collaboration and mutual admiration as people respect those who value their contributions. Generosity creates lasting impressions. When you share your time, resources, or knowledge without expectation, it shows your selflessness. This giving nature earns respect, as people recognize your willingness to contribute to their well-being. Generosity, rooted in sincerity, strengthens connections and inspires others to emulate your example. Forgiveness is a profound act of strength. Holding on to grudges weighs you down and creates barriers in relationships. By forgiving, you release resentment and create space for healing. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harm. It means freeing yourself from its hold. This ability to rise above conflict earns respect as it reflects maturity and inner peace. Self-discipline inspires admiration. When you live with intention and control over your impulses, people see you as someone dependable and focused. Self-discipline doesn't suppress joy. It channels your energy into actions that align with your values. This consistency earns trust and respect from those around you. The practice of non-attachment fosters respect by showing that you are grounded in inner stability rather than external validation. When you're not overly attached to outcomes, material possessions, or others' opinions, you project confidence and strength. This detachment allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, inspiring others. Active listening deepens your relationships. When you truly hear what others have to say, without interrupting or planning your response, you show respect for their thoughts and feelings. This attentiveness fosters trust and admiration, as people feel understood and valued in your presence. Living with integrity sets a powerful example. Integrity means aligning your actions with your values, even when it's inconvenient or difficult. When people see that you stand firm in your principles, they respect your consistency and authenticity. Integrity creates a sense of reliability and trustworthiness. Gratitude transforms how you interact with others. Expressing appreciation for the people and opportunities in your life fosters warmth and mutual respect. Gratitude shows that you don't take things for granted, and this attitude inspires others to value you in return. Flexibility in your thinking earns admiration by showing that you're open to growth and change. Clinging to rigid beliefs can create conflict, but a willingness to adapt demonstrates humility and wisdom. This adaptability fosters collaboration and mutual respect, as others see your ability to balance conviction with openness. Empathy strengthens connections by allowing you to understand others' perspectives. When you approach interactions with empathy, you bridge gaps in understanding and create a foundation of mutual respect. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing with everything, but recognizing the emotions and experiences of others as valid. Courage to act with authenticity garners respect. It takes bravery to stand by your values, express your truth, and pursue your purpose, even in the face of criticism or doubt. This courage inspires others, showing them the strength that comes from living in alignment with one's principles. Contentment with your life inspires admiration. When you radiate satisfaction and peace, it shows that your happiness isn't dependent on external factors. This contentment is contagious, drawing people toward you and earning their respect for your ability to cultivate inner harmony. Buddhism teaches that respect is not sought, but earned through consistent, intentional living. By embodying these teachings, you not only gain the admiration of others, but also deepen your own sense of fulfillment and purpose. This way of being creates a ripple effect, inspiring those around you to live with the same grace, integrity, and compassion. Respect is earned through the alignment of your actions with compassion, humility, and integrity. It forms the foundation of meaningful relationships and inner harmony. Yet, as life challenges and burdens weigh on the soul, the need for self-healing becomes undeniable. The teachings of Zen offer profound ancestral techniques to restore balance, nurture resilience, and renew the spirit. These methods, rooted in centuries of wisdom, guide you back to wholeness, showing that healing is not only possible, but within your power. Healing begins with grounding yourself in the present moment. In the rush of life, it's easy to become disconnected, caught in a whirlwind of worries and regrets. Grounding reconnects you with your body, breath, and the earth beneath you. Walking barefoot on natural surfaces, focusing on your breath, or simply sitting in silence helps restore your sense of stability. This practice clears the mental fog, creating space for clarity and self-reflection. Connecting with your breath is a powerful self-healing practice. Breathing is not just a physical act, it's a bridge between your mind and body. Slow, intentional breathing calms the nervous system, reducing stress and promoting relaxation. This technique can be practiced anywhere, allowing you to center yourself even in the midst of chaos. The breath becomes your anchor, grounding you in peace and stillness. Journaling as a form of self-expression facilitates healing on an emotional level. Writing down your thoughts and feelings provides an outlet for emotions that might otherwise remain trapped. This act of release helps you process and understand your experiences, reducing their emotional weight. Over time, journaling becomes a dialogue with your inner self, revealing insights and guiding you toward resolution. Mindful movement integrates the body and mind, promoting physical and emotional healing. Practices like yoga, tai chi, and qigong Combine intentional motion with focused awareness, releasing tension and restoring balance. These movements are gentle yet powerful, enhancing circulation, flexibility and energy flow. Mindful movement reconnects you with your body, reminding you of its strength and capacity for renewal. The healing power of nature has long been recognized in Zen teachings. Spending time in natural environments, whether walking through a forest, sitting by a river, or watching the stars, reconnects you with the rhythm of life. Nature's stillness and beauty act as a balm for the soul, reducing anxiety and fostering a sense of awe and gratitude. This connection reminds you that you are part of a greater whole, easing feelings of isolation. Practicing forgiveness is a profound act of self-healing. Holding on to anger or resentment weighs heavily on the spirit, creating emotional and physical tension. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harm. It's about releasing yourself from the grip of negative emotions. By letting go of grudges, you create space for peace and healing to take root, allowing you to move forward unburdened. Focusing on gratitude shifts your perspective, promoting emotional resilience and well-being. When you intentionally acknowledge the positive aspects of your life, it reframes challenges and reduces stress. Gratitude fosters a mindset of abundance, reminding you of the support, beauty, and opportunities surrounding you. This practice strengthens your emotional foundation, creating a buffer against adversity. Meditation, a cornerstone of Zen wisdom, is a transformative healing technique. Sitting in stillness and observing your thoughts without judgment cultivates inner calm and self-awareness. Meditation reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and enhances mental clarity. Over time, this practice deepens your connection with yourself, creating a space for healing to occur naturally. Healing also involves releasing attachment to perfection. Striving for an ideal often creates unnecessary pressure and self-criticism. By embracing imperfection, you cultivate self-acceptance and compassion, allowing you to heal from the wounds of judgment. This perspective encourages growth and renewal, free from the constraints of unrealistic expectations. Zen emphasizes the importance of nourishing your body to support self-healing. Eating mindfully, drinking water with awareness, and prioritizing rest create the conditions for physical restoration. These simple practices remind you that your body is a vessel deserving care and respect, fostering a deeper connection between your physical and emotional well-being. Engaging in acts of kindness is another pathway to healing. Helping others shifts your focus outward, breaking cycles of self-absorption or pain. Acts of kindness generate positive emotions, strengthening your sense of purpose and connection. This practice creates a ripple effect, healing not just yourself, but those around you. Silence is a powerful tool for self-healing. In the quiet, you can hear your inner voice more clearly, free from the distractions of external noise. Silence allows for introspection, helping you process emotions and gain clarity. This space of stillness is a refuge where healing can unfold without interference. The art of letting go is essential in the healing process. Clinging to past hurts, regrets, or fears creates emotional blockages. By releasing these attachments, you free yourself from their weight, creating space for new growth. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing not to let the past define your present or future. Visualizing positive outcomes fosters a sense of hope and possibility. Guided imagery, where you picture yourself healthy, peaceful, and fulfilled, activates the mind's ability to support healing. Visualization reinforces the belief that change is possible, energizing you to take actions aligned with your well-being. Community provides strength and support in times of healing. Connecting with others who understand your journey offers encouragement and perspective. Zen values the collective energy of shared experiences, reminding you that healing doesn't have to be a solitary path. The presence of others can amplify your efforts, creating a network of strength and compassion. Self-healing is not a destination, but an ongoing practice. Each technique, rooted in Zen wisdom, guides you closer to balance, peace, and wholeness. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you cultivate resilience, nurture your spirit, and create a foundation for lasting well-being. Through these ancestral teachings, you discover that healing is not only achievable, but a natural expression of your inner strength and wisdom. Life's challenges may feel overwhelming, but the teachings of Buddhism offer a path to rise above them. Through the power of letting go, cultivating inner peace, transforming negativity, and embracing change, you create a life where external circumstances no longer dictate your well-being. By practicing gratitude, mindfulness, and resilience, you unlock an unshakable calm that allows you to face anything life brings with grace and clarity. These principles aren't just ideas, they're tools to empower you, strengthen your spirit, and guide you toward a life of harmony and balance. Now it's your turn. What lesson resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective and how you plan to apply these principles in your journey. If this content inspired you, don't forget to subscribe and join our growing community of wisdom seekers. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an opportunity to learn and grow. Together, let's continue to discover the teachings that lead to unshakable peace and fulfillment. Thank you for watching, and may your path always be illuminated by insight and tranquility.